And welcome everybody to Nat One Fun. Hope you had a great week. I know I did. My kids stole my lighting remotes. So I don't know. I don't know where they are. Guess we're just gonna have to deal with very bland backgrounds.
And by kids, you mean Trey, right?
Yes. He came over and he stole my lighting setups.
I thought that was the case.
I just wanted it from my setup, so.
There we go. We are good to go. Got it back. We're on track. Anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I know there's a lot of the audience that couldn't make it today. Totally cool. Glad you guys are still out there supporting and letting us know. Kinraba is going to be without Cam today, so she is not dead. Let it be known. But yeah, we are gonna get started. Big news. Big news. Right here. Shout outs to right here on the screen. Shout out to right there. Die Hard Dice and Nat One Fun have come together and collaborated, and we now have our very own set of dice. That's right. A Nat One Fun set of dice specifically tailored to the Running Feywild campaign. And let me drag it on screen to show you what I'm talking about. Wow, that's that. That happened. I love when it's way too big. That came out. I didn't mean. Here we go. Down to size here. Boom. Die Hard Dice has now created a set of dice called Rolling Feywild. Get it? You get it, right? Rolling Feywild. It's a because running. Sorry. Anyways, stupid ads. Okay. I love the corners. Yes, the corners are all blunted. You can see the D4 and the D8 especially show this. The D10 is also blunted. So yeah, even the D6. The D6 even has small blunts on the edges or on the corners. Very like nice to your table, obviously, because you don't have to worry about the sharp points kind of digging into anything. But I mean, they are acrylic, so it's not going to do too much to you anyways. But they are gorgeous, y'all. They are stated to come in today at a later point. I wanted to have them physically ready for the stream today, but I ran to my mailbox like within like 2 seconds before the stream and still not there. So sad day, but very still happy day with what we're looking at. So guys, if you want to support Nat One Fun and get this incredible set of dice, you can check it out by typing in Die Hard into chat, and that will lead you directly over to this new incredible set. Like I said, Rolling Feywild. It's the Avalor set style with like the really sharp and fantastical numbers, and then you have the blunted edges, very common of the Avalor style. Very cool, very awesome. Again, like I said, I wanted to have it physically. I don't have it, but I guarantee you I will be taking some beauty shots later today, and you can check those out in the Discord, where I will be posting under the Dice Porn channel for sure. Shane, there's no Die Hard Dice for Winter's End. That is true. That is true. But I will state this. Next month, our dice set for Die Hard Dice, the one we get sponsored every month to kind of show off a set of dice. Next month, we have a very Winter's End themed set of dice that you guys can check out. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. But yes, anyways, huge thank you to Die Hard Dice. Incredible collaboration. On top of the set of dice, you also get a Running Feywild sticker. So that is something that we have not done yet. I would love to start getting into the merchandise slash swag kind of flow of things eventually with Nat One Fun and the productions that we put forth and stuff like that. So I'm super excited to kind of start jumping into that. Speaking of merch, I'm wearing a Bard and Barbarian shirt. It is a 3/4 sleeve. I've never owned a 3/4 sleeve before. Not sponsored by them at all. Just thought I'd mention it because it is really comfortable. And a really nice shirt. Thank you to our other sponsors as well, or our supporters at least. We have our VPN, expressvpn.com/nat1fun. Get yourself 3 free months if you sign up for the 12-month package. And then lastly, of course, but not least, 1985 Games. 1985 Games, I'm working on a commercial with our good friend here, right here, who is not currently here. And we are in the works of editing that up now. It's been completely filmed, and it's gonna be a lot of fun to see the final product. So Nat1Fun is also coming out with a commercial for 1985 Games. That's happening. Anyways.
We got every take in one take.
yeah, we nailed it. First time, every time.
30 minutes to film the whole thing.
I think you're lying.
Definitely not
weeks.
Like over a month. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. So look forward to that. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the sponsored bit. Allie, do you have anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Still waiting for stuff to be finalized.
No worries. You got something? Okay.
Yes. My eyeballs hurt, so I'm going to be wearing sunglasses for this session.
Okay.
Nobody judge me.
That's an option?
We could do that?
We can do that.
All right. Let's see. Oh no. Shiny says, I ordered 2 sets of dice for like $55. I just hope my wife loves them too. Otherwise, I will be in danger. Well, I will say this, Shiny, you are very much appreciated in the community, and I wanted to thank you personally for reaching out and supporting us, even though you are on planet Mars comparatively to us. Thank you. On that note, does anybody else words? Anybody else have anything they would like to say before we get started? Okay. Well then, on that note, let's go ahead, roll. All right. Now, last we left off, I'm going to go ahead and get the feeling where we are. All right. I'm glad you like that intro. I'm actually going to be working on a new intro. That way we can get the newer characters who are in the game implemented into an intro. So keep an eye out for that. Episode 46, y'all. Last we left off, Winter's End was on a chase to end one of the most mysterious villains that they've run into here in Icewind Dale. The albino tiefling named Avarice ran towards a tower in the distance, trying to get away from their initial sneak attack. She begins a summoning ritual, seen from the sky as Kinraba and Grimly make their way towards her on the back of a dragon. Finally, summoning an ice devil to try and even the odds against her. in a brutal battle, taking both Grimly and Arundel into death saves. Avarice tries to escape, or finally succumbing to her wounds, as Kinrava deals the final fatal blow, causing Avarice to call out to Levistus, her archdevil patron, and magically freeze completely solid. The ice devil that was left behind finds itself being pulled back into the summoning portal from whence it came, fighting tooth and nail along the way in an attempt to stay in this plane. We pick up today's episode as a familiar echoing voice in Olanu's head rings true. The words, "The bill comes due. Bill destiny." That's where we'll pick up. So, Olanu, in your head, you hear that sound of the Frost Maiden ringing in your ears. Now, Arundel, you still are on the ground because you were wounded by Olanu, but it was just at the very end there. You are kind of like right next to her, and you see Olanu kind of staring off into space for just a moment. But Olanu, how do you react to this?
She just kind of freezes for a second, shakes her head.
How's everybody looking right now?
Well, you see from the inside of the tower, you are with Kinrava, and she looks pretty fine. You on the
We're
other
about
hand,
30 foot.
You, on the other hand, I think you cast a Cure Wounds on yourself, correct? Or no, you cast like something. Your lay on hands. That's what it was.
Or something.
Yeah, I got a nice chunk of HP back right there at the end.
You popped yourself back up, basically. All right. Would you all prefer that I take us into Talespire to give you an idea of what you're actually seeing here?
Yes, please.
Okay. I shall do so. For those that haven't caught us before, we use Talespire, and Talespire is a very excellent tabletop tool that makes everything visually appealing for your players and makes it more like a video, I guess you could say. I'm trying to, it's all worked out here. Share my screen.
So Alana will walk over to Arundel, kind of help him get to his feet. Just kind of look a little disturbed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Grimly will probably start making his way downstairs.
So Grimly, as you make your way downstairs and pass by Kin, you note that this tower isn't like fully made. Like the tower is like it's like kind of destroyed in a certain point. Like the floors disappear underneath you as they kind of have crumbled up. You see Avarice is at the bottom, like atop a pile of rubble, completely frozen solid in ice.
I'm gonna take her book. No, I'm just kidding. Is there anything in this room that we're in right now? Or is it pretty much just in shambles?
So the tower you're in right now is in shambles, but you were seeing things on your way down, right? Like because you guys were in combat, you guys really recognized what was going on in the room specifically. But as now that combat has ended, you start to look around just to like finally gather your wits and like, what the hell am I? You look at the walls, and as you are like at the bottom of this tower, you see written hundreds and hundreds of times across the wall the same phrase. You see all work and no play makes Elvira a dull girl.
Oh.
Thousands and thousands of times written, small, large, different types of fonts. Almost feels like.
Does Elvira ring a bell to me?
I don't think you would have seen this.
Okay, can I like search the room? Or is
Yeah,
that all
I mean,
that's in
the
there?
room is destroyed. It's the only
Okay.
thing that isn't destroyed are the walls itself, and on the walls, scratched along the walls in what looks to be like kind of like pitch or maybe charcoal.
Hmm.
You see on the ground next to Avarice's frozen body, you see a bunch of pitch-covered buckets and mops that are frozen stiff and solid because of the cold.
What do you make of this, Ken?
An excellent question.
Kin, at your level, since you're kind of like one level up, the words on the walls go from saying all work and no play make Elvira a dull girl to just saying, I am Elvira. Elvira is my name. I am Elvira. Elvira is my name. I am Elvira. Elvira is my name. All over the walls. But these look to be done in like a reddish wine color. And the floor is full of empty bottles.
It's starting to creep me out. I'm going to head back to the others.
Well, either someone called Elvira was driven mad in here, or they were probably in, I would have to guess, Faerun's longest detention. But yeah, pretty sure she's dead and went crazy.
You have but a blinking reminder in your head as you were in the midst of this fight and grimly, literally fighting for your life. This like flint reminder that on the top of this tower where you fell into chasing down Avarice, there was a chair that had a dead body sitting in it.
Ooh. Just kind of sends chills down your spine. Is there a staircase right here?
There's a staircase that leads up. You are
Okay.
kind of like on the second floor, and there's like it's all destroyed, making it
Screw it.
almost impossible.
I'm just
get
gonna
down
jump.
unless you jump. Yep. Okay. You jump.
Hey, wait, before you go, could you... damn it.
You take
Nope.
5 points of damage as you fall.
Okay.
Your heavy armor kind of weighs on you and kind of crushes you down to the ground.
Kin is then going to reach over and, like, try and pry the staff and buck off the frozen body.
You want to go all the way down to where Grimly is?
I'll just, like, hold my arms out.
Or do you want Grimly to, like, grab it and then give it to you, like on the second floor?
Oh, yeah, she's just gonna cast Fly and go down there. She's...
Cast Fly and go down there? Okay. Yeah, you pop down. Okay.
Yeah, so she's just gonna be like, okay, so if you can, like, just hold her like this, I'll just, like, put my foot here on her shoulder and I should be able to pry that stuff out.
Okay.
So
While
you,
they're yanking stuff off her body, I'm gonna climb up to where Arendelle is and say, so I don't mind. Nope, that's the wrong person.
Oh, it is. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh,
Wow.
boy. That happened.
Oops.
Y'all, that was
I
a
don't
dead
mind
character she
you
just brought back to
using
life.
magic on me. But if it means you're gonna die, I greatly mind you using magic on me.
Well, I
Are you
hadn't,
okay now?
I hadn't counted on the ice devil attacking me in the middle of my casting, but it was well worth it, I'd say. I'm not doing so well, though, at the moment. I've nearly tapped all of my well of magic, and I'm still quite injured.
Alana will reach her hand over and tap his shoulder and test Cure Wounds again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ooh, not bad. You get 7 points of
Hell
healing.
yeah, buddy.
Because for a barbarian, that's not bad.
She slaps some healing into you. Smacks you with healing.
Get yourself together.
Some health back.
She heals you for 7, but injures you. No, I'm kidding.
Hopefully that helps.
I'm not climbing up there.
You hear in the distance.
Shut up and just keep tugging on her.
No.
Seriously, how is she holding this still?
I'm gonna use my axe.
Alana will
Fuck this.
start walking towards them.
Okay.
Figure out what they're struggling with.
All right. Olanu, you get to the other side of the building, and you see that there's a giant. Excuse me. You see that there's a giant hole in the side of the wall, and right when you poke around the corner, you see Grimly chop an arm off of Avarice, and the staff comes loose, and Kinrava pulling it.
There, you can figure the rest out yourself.
Kin, you see that the book was actually released by her when she was being struck. She had the book in her hand. She kind of reached up in the air when she got struck, and the book went flying, and it's just lying on the ground.
She's like, oh, wonderful. Amateur. Grabs the book. Is the statue still, standing up?
Hers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like her
very
frozen.
much so. Yeah, she's reaching up into the air, one arm less, but she's reaching up into the air with 2 arms, as basically she was being struck by your orbital beacons of magic. She was kind of defending her face, kind of like this, but one of her arms is
Kin's just going to do something incredibly childish and just put a finger on Avarice's forehead and just push slowly to see if she can knock her over and smash her.
Sure. You knock her over, but she's solid. She does the if you drop a trophy on the ground.
Not quite as satisfying, but oh well. I got my book. Where's the baldy gone?
Did we really just do this for her book and staff?
Oh, God, no. I mean, look. Voice of experience here. Anyone who tries to summon an ice devil is not a good person.
Nope. Okay, we're gonna walk away from this one. No, okay. You summon horrible monsters. You do realize this.
Have I ever claimed to be a nice person?
No, but it just seems killing her a little what's that word?
Hypocritical.
Yeah, that one.
Hypochondriac? Oh. Sorry.
Besides, this time in my
Hypothetical.
defense, I'm not the one who initiated this whole shebang. It was the other elf.
It seemed like it was a little bit of both of you.
Yeah.
At any rate, it was probably for the better.
May,
We'll see.
Arundel, what are you guys doing while they're having this conversation over here?
I'm just cleaning the blood out of my robes with prestidigitation as I'm just gingerly making my way towards the tower. And just
Making
looking
sure
at
he
it.
doesn't fall.
Arundel,
should-
roll me an acrobatics check.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's why I'm making sure he doesn't fall.
16.
You you feel like you're about to fall, and kind of like right behind you, sees you, like holds your cape just to steady you just for a second.
Should we take a short rest real quick before we start?
Probably.
Oh,
I
my camera.
imagine that she. I
Alright.
imagine her whole. I don't know what happened to all the people I hired, and now everyone's either gone or dead speech she gave us, where she, was quite afraid, is probably going to come into effect towards us at some point or another.
Oh, I thought that's the people that we ran into with the light glowing out of their faces.
Yeah, those guys weren't a problem. I don't see any issue with that.
Kind of curious.
Oh, I don't see an issue with them. I see an issue on how they became that way.
Agreed.
Why is it so cold out right now?
It's cold?
Yeah.
It's freezing.
You would
I
definitely
don't know. We're
see-
in the middle of a glacier. I wonder why it's cold.
You would definitely see like the breath in front of like everybody's face has grown stronger.
It's like overnight it dropped 20 degrees. Grimly's just gonna kind of like take a seat over in the corner, kind of like dust off his armor. I'm going to rest right here for now.
That sounds like a fairly good idea. I'll help out as much as I can. I need to look through this, but I have a very bad feeling about this.
I did have a question for you, Kinrava.
Hmm?
Do you have the ability to turn minerals into other minerals? I've seen you do this before, sort of.
Depends exactly on what you're asking.
I have this new ability that I want to try, but it requires a diamond.
I sadly can't do that. I have the ability to create things that are not too valuable in nature, but I can't just, wave my hand and make a diamond fall out of the sky.
Yeah. We'll need a search because it will come in handy.
I'm pretty sure we had a few oh wait, they were in Leodin's bag of holding.
We'll be on the lookout then. If you see a diamond, pick it up.
And
I'll keep an eye out.
from this point, at this point, you everybody that wasn't in the tower before, so Arendelle, May, Olanu, you see the what looks to be the mind-losing writings of somebody scrawled on the wall of this tower.
I will walk over to stand above Avarice.
Mhm.
Sorry, Avacyn.
Averson.
And I will just spit down on her.
Okay.
And then start looking around at all the writing on the wall. Curious.
Do I recognize the name Avira?
That is a good question, May.
This is why I asked it.
May, you... Yeah, give it to you. We'll say that you would recognize the name.
Fletch.
So the name Ivira, I-V-I-R-A, Ivira, is reminiscent, like it pings that little thing in the corner of your head. And you definitely could, or you definitely now remember her as one of the guess you could say, archmages of Netheril, of Ithrin, while it was still in the sky.
Ooh, was she one of the folks that tortured me?
Ooh. She probably had a hand in it, in the way of affecting your mind to make you do things you did not want to do.
Oh shit. Okay. Gross. Awesome.
Gross.
Terrible.
Right, so we just found the Tower of the Enchantment, Archmage, methinks. We're in trouble.
Cool.
I'm gonna run my finger, smudge out one of the names,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
one of the Elviras, and go, so this is where she was.
There's a dead body upstairs.
Ooh. I start making my way up.
I also start making my way up.
Okay. We'll say that with tenacity, you guys climb the broken building up until where the second floor is, and then you can make your way up the staircase.
I mean, I can also jump if I need to, but
Yeah, sure. Believe me, I would love to say that you guys do some really cool parkour shit to get up there. Because both of you
But
are,
none of you are monks.
very nimble.
okay.
So you get there. Second floor, you do see that the words change again. From from all work and no play make Elvira a dull girl, to I am Elvira. Elvira is my name. I am Elvira. Elvira is my name. And finally, you make it up to the top floor.
Oh, when you said dead body in a chair,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't say anything about glowing shit.
Well, it's not
Okay.
the only ice.
Oh,
stuff here.
right. Okay, cool.
So you get there, and you see an elderly woman sits rigidly in a black throne, shrouded in a thin layer of ice. She wears a crown of entwined iron tentacles, and her forehead is bruised where the band fits tightly against her skull. There's an inscription that decorates the wall behind her. It is in Draconic. Do either of you know Draconic?
I do
know
not.
Draconic.
Arendelle? On the inscription,
Of course, our
behind her-
primary wizard knows Draconic.
Yeah, the one and only wizard.
Excuse me?
Primary wizard is fine.
You see that the Draconic says, "Fourth, coax a secret from another." Fourth, Fourth, coax a secret from another.
Okay.
Oh no.
Now, you see that flames kind of flicker in the room, colored pink. They look to be some sort of continual flame spell. They don't give off any heat or anything.
Interesting.
What do you make of this, May?
I'm assuming you're repeating what it says in Draconic.
Yes.
Wait, so didn't y'all say something about there being so many schools of magic, in the world, and those schools of magic may have something to do with that tower we can't get into?
Yes.
So it says fourth, as in 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm
Maybe
familiar.
that's the fourth step into order to get into that tower, or something like it.
Ah. You're quite clever.
Sometimes,
Makes sense.
not always. Does the body look like something I can destroy?
I mean, it looks like a body that's frozen in a little bit of ice.
Can I take a whack at it?
Yeah.
Or two?
I mean, she doesn't move, so you take a whack at it. You strike through. You strike true. Where are you hitting her? What are you doing to her?
I want to destroy, as best I can, a person who tortured me in what Ray considers to be one of the worst ways to torture someone.
Sure.
So I want to try and cleave the body in half.
Okay. So she is sitting in this chair. Yes. And you take your... What weapon are we using here?
Longsword.
So you take your longsword and bury it deep in her stomach and swipe it out to the right and then swipe it out to the left. And when you finish off the swipe to the left, the body falls forward. The top half of the body falls forward, landing in her own lap and then falling onto the ground. The top part of the body still frozen in its, the form that it was before, but when it hits the ground, the crown atop her head, ping, ting, ting, ting.
Plop, plop.
And when it falls off, the bit of frozen mess that was basically covering her starts to melt away. And what's left of her body now begins to slowly bleed out onto the ground. And then you see her skin begin to shrivel and shrink and get basically desiccated and old. Her hair falls out. And an old, desiccated corpse now lies in front of you.
As the crown rolls, I'll just stop it with my foot.
Okay. You stop it with your foot as it rolls like almost past you. And when you touch it with your foot, you need to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
God damn it.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh,
let's touch
boy.
the creepy-looking crown.
We're in the
That'll
I mean,
go
it's better
well.
than me. I was gonna pick
Good
it straight
job,
up.
primary wizard.
primary, not much longer. I was a 21, Dan.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Okay.
You feel you feel strange. You do definitely feel some kind of magic energy flow through you for a moment.
Okay, I'll pull my foot off quickly.
So, when she would torture me, she made me do stuff that I didn't want to do. I wouldn't necessarily touch anything of hers.
Did she always wear that crown?
No.
No, that's kind of new for me.
Tell me I have it prepared. I don't have Mage Hand prepared. Cool. Can I, pick it up with my staff?
Yeah, I guess you could hook it around, hook it inside the crown and pick it
Yeah.
up.
And then I'll just pull my bag out and just drop the crown into my bag.
Okay.
I'll have to investigate what this does exactly later, but for now, my whole body is aching.
Maybe we should go back downstairs.
I'll just do one more quick scan of this room for anything else.
You see on the walls of this room, it says, "The crown knows all."
Cool, 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 cool.
Dan, why do I have an image of a really fucked up Bart Simpson classroom intro right now?
It kind of is. All the walls
It's
are definitely
it's one of the
inscribed.
Halloween specials.
Yep.
Yes.
The crown knows all written everywhere.
Shall we head back down?
Yeah, why don't you go first, just in case? You seem better-ish.
Alright. Let's all going down first.
I kick the desiccated, the completely decomposed corpse, and then follow him.
When you kick
You were
it,
gonna say
when you
kick me
kick
down
it,
the stairs.
when you kick it, it turns to dust where you kick. the only thing keeping it in place was gravity, and you kicked it, and it just. It looks
Bye,
to be
bitch.
thousands of years old. And Arendelle, you may.
Arendelle, I have a new winter solstice present for you.
Ooh. What would that be?
It would be this, and she holds out Avarice's staff.
Ooh. What color is it, Dan?
It is literally made of ice.
Oh.
The only thing that isn't is where the hand would go. There is a bit of leather, not leather. Like, I guess it technically is leather. It's like skin of like a goat, like goat skin leather that is wrapped around and like tied together with some strings.
Okay.
But it's like a gigantic icicle of ice, and then at the top it has this beautifully like formed crystal.
Alright, I'll just sort of stand my staff up and let go of it, and it'll just stick up on the ground straight, and I'll reach over and grab the other staff.
I just think this would be working. I think this would work better for you, Arendelle. I mean, this winter has been quite long and unexpected, and the cold doesn't seem to bother you anyway, so just let it go.
I'm done with this campaign.
Ow.
That's some psychic damage, I believe, to everybody
God
in the
damn.
party.
All right,
Damn
that
it,
was a
Seth.
good rest. You guys ready?
Is that the end of the session? Can we end it there?
It's awful.
Arendelle, you feel that this weapon, this thing, is very powerful. It is magical.
I hold up the ice staff and I pull out the fang of fucking whatever the fuck.
Icing death?
Claw of icing death. And I just look at these two frost items in a frost glacier in Icewind Dale. So I'm sure both of these will come in handy against some of these ice creatures. But I will start to
I
identify
don't
the
think
staff.
they will.
How sassy. I will give you a nice little picture here. This is going to be, if I can, this new scene, yeah, is Avarice and her staff. This.
Oh, nice. Her staff of employees or her staff in her hand?
Very
cool
funny.
staff.
Very, very funny. Alright.
Hey, didn't she have 2 stone creatures with her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what happened to those?
Gods damn it!
Oh, by the way, we found some sort of dark artifact of a crown up at the top of this tower, as well as another piece of the puzzle in accessing the tower.
We think. We're not sure. I'm not necessarily that smart.
Well, I think
I
you came
had
up
the
with
i-
quite a clever.
I had a theory that each tower might have had some sort of piece of it, similar to how each one might represent one of the aspects of magic, but
Maybe.
dare I ask?
Oh,
Maybe
one of my
each-
torturers were upstairs, or at least we think it was her desiccated body, and I definitely finished killing her, just in case she woke up, and on top of her head was that thing that nobody should touch.
Yes, I'll put my bag down and reach into it with the staff and produce the crown.
The crown
This-
pops up.
When I touched this, it gave me a strange sensation. I would like to identify it before anybody else touches it.
How about if we identify that a little bit later, just because I'm pretty sure that thing is going to try and curse whoever's touching it.
I toss it at Kinrava's.
Frisbee it at her head.
Yeah.
Hot potato.
I cast Mage Hand because I have it prepared as a
Listen
good
here,
primary wizard and
You're the
catch it.
primary wizard,
Prime
obviously.
wizard.
Primary
Okay.
wizard has mage hand at all times.
You toss it at him, and a mage hand catches it in midair.
Oh, I didn't want to actually. That would be mean. But I'm
During
gonna-
all of this, Alana's just outside with Percy, doing like drills with him.
Okay.
Just practicing.
Would you guys like to take a short rest, or would you like to continue
Yeah, let's
exploring?
short
that
rest.
would be lovely, Dan.
Ideally.
Oh, before we actually do settle down for a rest, what was the second part of that? What was the second part of that whole thing you said you discovered?
Oh, another step in whatever the way to access the tower is.
Please tell me it has nothing to do with going back to that tree.
Not as far as I'm aware. It read fourth, coax a secret from another. I don't know what that means exactly.
Yay, full HP.
Wonderful.
Dan, I am identifying this staff.
Okay.
During this short rest.
You now hold in your hands, Arendelle, the Staff of Frost.
Ah.
While holding this staff, you can expend one or more of its charges to cast one of the following spells from it. Unfortunately, it is used. You got a second-hand frost, a Staff of Frost. But you can cast Cone of Cold by using 5 charges of the staff. Fog Cloud by using 1 charge of the staff. Ice Storm for 4 charges of the staff. And Wall of Ice for also another 4 charges of the staff. The staff regains 1d6 plus 4 charges at dawn every day. And if it is fully expended, roll a d20, and on a 1, it shatters and then melts the water.
Do you know how many chargers have been used?
I have used 6 charges today, so
Okay.
you are
Got it.
looking at 1d6. Or let me roll a couple 1d6. That is 14 charges minus 6. That is a number. That is
8.
8. So it has 8 charges left.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Anything else during this break? You guys use your hit dice and all that?
Kinrava's going to be like, Asha, breakfast time. And she's just going to stuff him into Avris's book.
Knowledge.
Okay. This one is not behind any arcane locks. You know what's in the book. Firebolt, Mage Hand, Message, Minor Illusion, Prestidigitation, Detect Magic, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, Flaming Sphere, Knock, Scorching Ray, Counterspell, Fireball, Fly, Dimension Door, Banishment, Fire Shield, Bigby's Hand, and Rary's Telepathic Bond.
You mean Bigby's hand?
Bigby's Hand!
Also, wow, she was really destructive, wasn't she? Wow, holy moly.
He had some moves. I will even say that there is a section of the book that requires studying that will gain you a little bit of a benefit if you spend time studying that later.
Okay, then. Cool. Other than that, just using my arcane recovery to get back a few very, very precious spell slots right now.
As am I. Because I
Alright.
only had like 2 left.
As am O.
As a mo?
Um,
Asimo?
Who's O?
What
Do it
do?
right,
during
do
the
it, do it
short
right.
rest,
Mm-hmm.
I want to take out my cartographer's tools, of which I am proficient in.
Sure.
And I want to try and map out what I think are the other wizard towers
Mm-hmm.
that we've come in contact with.
That you have been already in contact with. Okay.
Like that we've passed or...
Oh, that you've passed. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
So on your way here, you would have passed. You would have passed one. You've already been in one,
Mm-hmm.
but you would have passed one. And passing by this one, it is. Get up.
I was like, let me pull up our handy dandy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Handy dandy notebook.
Notebook? Jinx.
So, okay, this one is. A tower that rises above you, straight as an arrow. A faint light shines from its spire's highest window, and hairline cracks creep up the walls like ivy. You would have seen that tower along the way.
Okay.
And then you would have seen an obsidian tower shrouded in gossamer mist soars before you. So it's lifted up off the ground and kind of floating.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
I'll show you in Tailspire the two towers that you passed.
The 2 towers.
The two.
Ooh. Who needs foundation?
Right.
Not that tower.
All right. So you have this green tower here,
Okay.
and then the floating tower here,
Ooh.
and then this last tower here, you would have passed by, has a red glow coming from the top of it. And the top of it is shaped like an axe blade.
Ooh.
It has slender windows that you poking out.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. And if memory serves, I'm sorry, I'm trying to also like look at my notes while also making sure my face doesn't show on my phone. It says here that I got on my notes here that we also found out that the names of several important figures can be found at the museum.
Mm-hmm. There's a museum here.
Yeah, just making sure that was actually like something we picked up on thing, because I wasn't sure if that was something we found from like Avarice's notes, if that's something we picked up like along the way.
Yep, there was a museum here. You also happen to pass, and I know you didn't ask for this, but there is a giant building that is still intact along the way while you were running to catch her.
Right,
This
okay.
giant dome-shaped structure.
Right.
You pass by that.
So just before the short rest ends, Kinrava's going to just like move over to where Olanu is.
Okay.
And just say, hey, so do you have any insight on the change in temperature? I just figured I'd ask because, you know, the whole... She like points at Olanu's eyes.
Yes, I am absolutely connected to the Ice Queen, and I know all of her whims.
Oh, goody.
No,
So do you know if
King.
that's the case?
I do not. It was a joke.
I know. I'm simply asking because I have a very bad feeling about all of this. I just was actually,
Yeah.
and I was only asking since, well, you and Leodin do have a bit of a connection to her.
You don't we? I don't know. I feel like she's up to something, but I don't know what.
Somehow I don't doubt that either.
We should hurry. Whenever you guys are ready, let's move.
Agree. Where's Cuckoo?
Why do I gotta have him on the map every time? He's under his wings. Hi.
Okay, just making sure. Like, I completely misremembered the fox
I
is
mean,
also there, and he's
unless
also...
you all want Cuckoo just to like hang back and be like, "Hey, Cuckoo, we'll meet you back in Icewind when we're done with this." Icewind, he is just with you currently, and he is with Percy at all times.
Okay.
I've got one
Leodin's
more
not
thing, Dan.
here.
Sedge.
During the
So-
short rest, could I have identified the crown as well?
Using the identify spell, unless you take
Yeah.
2 hours to.
Well, it's only 10 minutes to identify. Ritual cast.
Oh,
identify.
ritual cast identify. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah. You have to touch it to do so, though. Correct?
Oh God.
Ugh.
Yeah, you do have to touch it throughout the casting of the spell.
Okay.
+5.
It's okay. Because when you touch it the second time, you don't feel that pull, that urge.
Oh, sweet.
And you identify it. You identify it as a crown that, when touched, will attempt to have the wearer place it on their head.
Oh.
That is all your identifies from it.
Cool.
Correct me if I'm mistaken, but that thing looked like a lot of tentacles interwoven, right?
Yes.
Cool. Well, I'll just slip that right back into my bag.
Okay.
And
I'm
never
pretty
mention
sure that's going to try and eat our brains.
it. Onwards.
So,
You know, why can't we ever find something nice when it comes to these crown things? Like, I don't know. Maybe it could have given you a scalp massage or something. No, I'm pretty sure that's just going to try and eat your brain.
Yeah.
well, I mean, some people could consider that a scalp massage, just a really deep tissue scalp massage.
I mean...
So anyway, while we were sitting down doing nothing, I think I remembered we might have passed 3 other wizard towers. I drew a little map here. And then there was this other building that seemed to be really well preserved for, falling to the ground.
This is a fairly well drawn map, May.
Somebody has to be good at making sure people don't get lost.
Well,
My
I need
brother
you
liked to
come
get us
along with me.
lost.
So I need you to accompany me on my journey.
All right, where we going? Wait, aren't we here?
Let's see... So we
I will
passed the
also say
floating
that
tower.
Arendelle doesn't really look like he's. I have 29 hit points after that short rest, though.
Oh God.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I can
have
help
no
out
way
with
to
that.
help you.
Yeah, no, that's
None
fine. Just letting everybody
whatsoever.
know I'm in half. I'm in half.
Wait,
Here
you're at
is-
half?
Wait, that's half.
Half. That's
Oh
half.
my God.
That's right, you're a wizard. You're a wizard. You're a wizard. You're a wizard.
How's everybody else's HP?
Oh, I'm fine.
Mine's
Except
full.
me. I blew all my spells and all my health.
I did
Yeah.
not get hit by something that could damage me.
I got crit on.
A couple of times, if I remember correctly.
I have 5 points
It's
of
not even worth it. I
lay
would
on
say.
hands left, so I'll give you that while also casting a level 1 cure wounds.
Oof. Ooh.
So
Also,
hope
you can
this.
save those for when I go down later.
Yeah, maybe lay on hand. Or
I think I have one more spell slot left to do a cure wounds.
Okay.
Just
Just
save him. I would say just
Milano,
save him.
just use that
I'll
to
save
make
those, but
berries.
here's your
and
cure wounds. Oh
Okay.
fuck.
Use those to make berries and just feed him a berry
6.
when he's unconscious.
That
What do we
would
got?
be
They're
6
holding his mouth and
HP.
Yeah, he rolled a 1.
6 HP.
Cool. Thank you.
Back to you, Arendelle.
All right.
Yikes.
What tower are we going to first?
And now I have 1 slot left.
So let me
Let's see, we
reveal
do have.
Le
One
large
right
map.
next to us.
maybe the closest one.
That might be an idea, yes.
Let's go to that
Thanks
one.
me.
I like the top.
What's
So,
the farthest possible?
You
What's the
guys
most?
are over here.
Let's go to the other side of the map.
You guys are over here.
Just past all the towers.
And the locations that you have yet to explore are here. Here. Here.
And then the axe. Yeah.
Yes. Let's just go to that one right in front of us. How about that?
Also, here.
Mm.
Okay. The one right in front of you, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Is that the one that was
That's
glowing?
the one that is glowing
Shaped
red
like
and
an
has
axe blade?
axe blade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the glowing axe one.
Let's go to the glowing eggs one.
What is
Yeah.
happening right now?
Glowing axe.
Why?
Thanks, body split.
All right. So you all start heading out there. Grab all you guys from the car here. Okay. Awesome. Who's leading the charge here?
I will.
May out front,
I will be behind May.
behind May,
I will be in the middle.
the middle.
I'll take up the rear
Okay.
just to protect
Grim Boy
us from attack from behind.
then
Perfect.
from the rear, and Percy. All right. So you all start heading to the tower. Now, when you reach this tower, as stated before, just to reiterate, the top of the tower is shaped like an axe blade. Red light shines out from a slender window overhead, high overhead, excuse me. And you see an entryway on the bottom.
Should we just go in?
But
Are there any
perhaps-
like runes or things?
Yes. I will cast detect magic.
Okay, detect magic. The tower glows with evocation magic.
Okay, and no runes or anything
No
like that.
runes or anything like that on the outside or anything.
As far as I can tell, there are no rune.
I will try the door because that's worked so well for me in the past.
You walk up to the door, give it a knock, and it opens.
Yay.
All right.
Blasted 10 feet back by an explosion.
I know.
Until we're all in there.
And all of a
It
sudden
is
the door
evocation
closes and
magic.
May's in
If
there
you-
by herself.
All right, I gotta wait till you're all in there, then the magic activates
Yeah.
for some reason.
It's
Okay.
usually Grimly
Yeah.
that gets thrown back 30
There is a
That's fair.
staircase that starts to lead up.
I've learned my lesson.
Do I see anything interesting on this first level?
Yes, the walls themselves, you start to see, are damaged. You see marks of fire and lightning and acid that have been spilled on the walls, having borne the brunt of centuries of destructive spellcasting.
Cool. I'll start going upstairs.
Cool.
Walking
Great.
upstairs.
Great.
Y'all coming?
Oh,
Yep.
God.
I like how I disappear into walls.
All right. Eventually, actually, probably just there. No, because there's a roof there. It won't let me. All right, Tailspire. You're gonna let me do bring this, and I'm gonna pop you up. Boom. Awesome. There is a hatch that you see that you can easily push open that leads to the top section of. You go through it?
Yep.
Okay. You pop out on the other side, and is everybody else following?
Yes.
Yes.
Pop out on the other side, and you are now in a room. This room has red orbs of light that dance like fireflies around this 30-foot diameter octagonal chamber. A large unlit brazier stands in the center of the room, and 8 10-foot square alcoves line the walls, each filled with ice. The arched ceiling is covered with icicles. I need, I guess since everybody's here, go ahead and roll perception checks from everybody.
Nope.
Oh,
Not
18
bad.
for Aaron.
23. Nope, 22.
18, 22, a nope, and
19.
19.
I got a 2.
Oh, and a 2. Excellent. So 3 of you will note that while you're looking around, on the ceiling, you see that there is a large block of ice. And there seems to be something obscured on the stone beyond that ice.
Perhaps some fire.
So this is one big torch. Is that what I'm gathering?
So in the middle right here, that you can see on the map, this is like a big, like a pit for a bonfire. It's a large brazier, right?
Well, I'll just cast Firebolt right into that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Firebolt goes off.
Alana kind of like braces herself for something to go wrong.
Yeah.
So does May.
Hey. That's pretty cool.
Wicked.
You shoot Firebolt into it, poof, and it lights up. As it lights up, the heck? We good? Sorry, getting a lot of scratching on the mics here. As the fire lights up, the whole room begins to get a bit warmer. And you start to see that the ceiling begins to drip a little bit. The ice begins to melt above you.
Cool. Grimly's gonna make his way around to the other side of the fire. Perfect.
Now you see around you again those 10 alcoves full of ice as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make my way towards one of those alcoves just to see if the ice is melting at all.
I'm sorry, 8 alcoves, not 10. My apologies. You see that what was that, Arundel? Can you repeat what you said?
I'm gonna make my way just whatever the nearest alcove is, just to inspect if the ice is melting from the. I know we just lit the fire, but
Yeah, you see the ice is starting to sweat.
okay. Well, we'll have some time before the ice melts.
You inspect like that one specifically, but again there are 8 of those. It's gonna take a little bit of time for this fire to melt the ice, it seems. What do you do during that
Can
time?
I start hacking at one with a hand axe?
Yeah, as it melts, I'll kind of chisel away that wet ice.
Okay.
If I can help it along.
Yeah. May, you walk up to one and you can see that inside of this ice, you can see that there is a skeleton. Looks to be like a humanoid skeleton.
There's something in this ice. Does anybody else have something in their ice?
I don't know.
Does not look like it. As you
Okay,
look
so
around.
there's a person here. Oh, was a person? There was a person in this one. I guess I'm gonna try to get the skeleton out.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can hack at it while it's still, like, dripping wet. And once you do so, you are starting to hack into this thing, and it starts to come off as, like, you're chopping it away like a giant ice cube. And after a few swipes of your axe, you start to hear a sizzling sound. Or I guess you're using your hand axe to do it, or yeah. You start to hear a sizzling sound on the blade of the axe.
I'm gonna look. Does it sound like the axe is getting hot and melting? Like that kind of sizzle?
No, you pull it back, and it is like there's like a liquid on it that's bubbling.
Ew.
Oh. This is interesting. I'm gonna. Oof, this is so dumb. Touch the liquid with my finger.
Okay.
Wait. Does it seem like the way that, like, also, yay, I got my camera working now properly.
Yay!
I apologize for the beard. But does it look like the same way that May, like, crap, what was I? Thawed out when she came out of, like, her stasis pod thing?
Oh.
I mean, it's thawing ice, right? It is however you'd like to interpret it.
Fair enough.
But yes, thawing ice. Anyways, May, to answer your question, you touch it. And go ahead and roll.
Yep.
Just kidding. You don't roll.
Oh no.
And you take 6 points of acid damage.
Sweet.
God damn.
It burns you to the touch. You have to pull your hand back, and you feel like even when you pull your hand back and like start to like ow ow ow, it's like still attached to your finger, and you have to like rub it on your armor really quickly to actually get it off of your finger.
So this stuff sticks worse than grits. I don't recommend touching at least this ice cube.
Are we sure that these are ice cubes?
I don't know. This frozen block of whatever.
'Cause
Don't touch
ice
this one.
doesn't burn.
I mean, sometimes cold burns for other people. But not this kind. Not this kind of burn. Also, I'm wondering if we melt this thing, if that means that this painful acid is going to be all over the floor.
Oh, that's an interesting observation.
I'm gonna make my way back over to that hatch.
Okay. The hatch is locked.
I'm gonna go join him there.
All right.
Dun, dun,
Is it really locked?
dun.
It's not.
He's also she's also going to like
Dramatic
guide
scroll.
Olanu to like come over here as well, sort of like, hey, look, we're Survivors Club right now. We need to live.
I'll walk over to May.
Is there any writing on any of the walls that I saw, even if I didn't understand it?
No.
Okay. So here's the thing, friends. I'm worried that if each of these towers are gonna have information for us in order to get into the other tower, some of them may not be just in a handy dandy spot. Some of them might be written on a skull inside an acid ice cube.
The Grand Archmage of this all turned himself into a lich, correct?
According to the
I
story.
mean, we don't know that for sure, but he was definitely a damn dirty bastard who would do something like that.
Well, then that means it's very likely that you're probably right. Necromancers seem to have a taste for the macabre.
I'm gonna inspect the next ice, the alcove, just to see if anything's notable through the ice.
Nope, nothing notable. It
Just the
is-
one.
Trying to.
It's the one single ice cube that has a skeleton inside of it, and the only other thing that is strange about this is that the entire ceiling is ice, and there's something that is inscribed or written behind the ice that you can see very obscured through it.
Maybe
Like on the
we
ceiling?
Yeah, beyond the
maybe
ceiling.
we go inspect another tower while we wait on this to melt.
Yes, that I was going
I
to
Do
mean,
we
can
think
just
that
use
will
Fireball
melt?
to melt the ice on the ceiling. Yeah, I mean, we can just cast Fireball up the ceiling, can't we, to melt it?
A high ceiling.
Anything to help this along.
You could also,
just-
pass time by just saying we wait this amount of time. We don't have to do it in real life.
Let's wait 3 days.
3 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll end well for us.
I mean, at this point, Arundel's just waiting. He's
Okay.
not gonna
Yep.
do it.
If you
All
guys
right,
just want
sounds
to
good
wait,
to me.
you totally can.
Sure.
Are there any
Okay.
color differences between the ice cubes?
No, they all seem to be just like clear ice.
Okay. Okay.
Kind of like
for
they're
the
like
one
they're
that's
like
got a
iceberg blue. You
skeleton.
know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
iceberg ice. Yeah,
Okay.
That blue?
Oh,
That blue?
I like that blue. All right. Well, if you are going to wait,
Okay.
I assume that's the consensus here.
Yeah.
Okay. When you wait upwards of 10 minutes, the ceiling has melted away enough that you can see beyond the ice. And when you see beyond the ice, the words on the ceiling in Draconic say, "Fifth, quench the flame in thy palm with ice. Fifth, quench the flame in thy palm with ice." But,
So right now we...
Hold on.
Go on.
But
but, just as the 10 minutes is up,
Oh, okay.
the ice that had been melting on the walls as well in these alcoves, they look to be like giant ice things still. But suddenly, they begin to slowly move.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
you now see that the ice, what you thought was ice, were generally just frozen gelatinous cubes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And everybody needs to roll for initiative.
God damn it!
Ah, shit.
Knew I didn't trust it.
I thought as much.
I was like, oh god. No.
8 gelatinous cubes, huh, Dan? Cool,
And I'm real close
cool,
to
man.
one.
So,
Shit.
let me build the scene here.
Oh,
That
shit.
and that is why he kept adding
Mm,
cubes.
mhm.
Damn it, Daniel.
Damn it, Daniel.
Danger Jello.
Drill.
Danger Jellos.
God damn it.
Tailspire doesn't
Yep.
have Qs, but they do have goos.
Goose.
I'm found you all with.
Great. Love that. Love that.
Just get out your Gooby Gon.
Gooby Gun.
Gooby gone. I'm just gonna freeze these guys again,
Do it.
and you all in the process.
You have a staff
Yep.
now.
All right. So you are currently surrounded by 8 goos.
Goo gaga.
Goo gagas. Let me get everybody's initiative. Let's go down the line. Mate, what do you got?
23.
23. Very nice. Kin.
I got 17.
17. Bet. Arendelle.
21.
21. Very good too. Grim.
7.
Nice. Grim, you are rolling at disadvantage with these rolls, right? Your initiative rolls
I didn't roll this one.
because of the armor. the thing,
Same
right?
thing.
Disadvantage. No, disadvantage on stealth, isn't it?
That's stealth.
Yeah, just
I'm
Yeah.
a dum-dum. Don't worry about me. Olanu.
Rolled another
This
5
isn't
anyways.
Cyberpunk, Dan.
11.
11. All right, down the road. Okay. You guys are almost up. Let's. May, then Arendelle, Kin, then Olanu, and then Grimly.
Sag.
For our
8 gelatinous cubes.
It's great. It's great. It's fun.
Yeah. Super
all
great.
right. So, Latinus cubes got to be super dexterous, right? Whoa, okay. For those that know, they know what that whoa meant.
Their dex is 30.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So, because there's so many, I'm going to have half act act on one turn and half act on the other.
Sweet.
But they happen to line up, so it's like half and then half go. So everybody goes there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So May, you see that the goo that you were hacking into, it looks to have sustained injuries as you attacked
Oh,
it.
nice.
So it's at least a little injured.
That's cool.
But yeah, you're first up. What are you doing?
Cool. How big is the window behind this gelatinous cube? Like, is it that big?
It's about it's
Fuck
about
this
like
shit, I'm out.
3 or 4 feet wide.
Can I shove it using my telekinetic shove out the window? That's what I want to figure out.
It is a cube.
Mhm.
It is a like goo. So you could kind of force it through the window, probably. So I'm gonna say yes, you can, but it's gonna be very difficult to actually push it, like squeeze it through that window.
Okay.
we're
When you
gonna-
say difficult, I don't have to do anything again. I don't have to do anything to do this.
Right, to shove it through, but there's going to be a challenge now. There's like a difficulty challenge to it now.
Gotcha. Okay.
So because you're doing it mentally instead of
Yep.
physically, let me have you roll a wisdom or intelligence, whichever is your casting. I can't remember what you're casting with.
I don't have a casting.
Oh, that's right, because you're a fighter.
Yep. This is just psionic.
Which one's higher? Intelligence or wisdom?
Wisdom.
Okay. Give me a wisdom check, and I will roll a counter check.
Okay. Not bad. Phew. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, well, that's a 1 for me. So, this gelatinous cube, because it's in its frozen state, is... Woke up.
Oh.
So this gelatinous cube in front of you, it's still strangely like trying to get back in form. She's trying to trying to get back into form, and while doing so, you take that opportunity to psionically blast it through this thing, and like Jello through a cheese grater, it squeezes through and falls.
Dan, that sound effect was foul.
Yep. Mhm.
Do we hear a splat from down below?
So this tower is 80 feet in the air. That is 8d6. I'm just gonna roll it in here.
Just roll max.
I did that one time. That's a lot of big numbers I'm seeing. That's a 38 points of damage.
Damn,
from
dude, you
just the
almost
fall.
rolled max.
Okay, that's crazy. That's 38 points of damage just from the fall. All right. That's your turn. What else would you like to
Nope. I was like, that's not my turn. That's just one of my actions.
Mhm.
And then, okay, I am inside the tower. Oh no, it went away. Okay. Whichever other one was closer to Arendelle, I want to attack that one.
Okay, closest to Arendelle. There's two that are, or I guess 3, because he is surrounded.
Sorry, I'm pointing at my screen like you can see what I'm doing. The one that would be directly in front of me if I turned to the right, so the one that's north. Yeah, that one right there.
Okay.
That is something well over 20, a
That'll do it.
26 to hit.
Mhm.
Okay. And that's the most damage I can get it to be. That is 12 points of slashing damage.
12 points of slashing. Yep, okay.
And that's my turn.
Points of slashing. All right. Arendelle, you are up next.
Cool. I'm just gonna whip around to the one that's behind me.
Yep.
And I'm going to attack it. Yeah, that's all I'll do.
Okay.
I just whip around with the Claw of Icing Death and poke this gelatinous cube with a dagger. Ugh. That is a natural 19, which is actually a critical with the Claw of
It
Icing Death.
is.
Oh god, I should have cast Booming Blade on this one, but that's alright. 2d4 and 4d6.
2b4.
That's 11 piercing damage
Okay.
and 14 cold damage.
Woo, 25 damage.
And then my second attack is going to be a Booming Blade.
Okay.
That is an 18 to hit.
That'll do it.
That is 8 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
4 cold damage,
Okay.
and 1 thunder damage.
13 points of damage. Okay. So that is 38 points of damage. Exactly the amount of damage that May did when she kicked it out the window.
Yeah, twinsies. I spin around, I shove my dagger into it, and then I'm going to... Can I stand on the edge of this brazier?
Yeah,
Like
sure,
on that
why
little
not?
stone wall? Yeah, I'll flip backwards and just hop up onto that.
You do so.
Y es todo, mi amigo.
Okay. And then that is going to be Ink. Go down to Kin. Kin, you're up.
Oh boy.
Oh, sorry, Dan.
Yeah.
The ones that were to the left and right, I don't know if I left their range, but they would get opportunity.
No. You are just out of range of both of them.
Okay, cool. Does it?
In.
What can I do? There's a lot of slime.
I don't usually do this. Okay. I don't usually do this as DM. But I do want to remind you all. Running is an option.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'm not okay.
Trust me.
I'm not saying that this is unwinnable. I'm saying running is always an option.
When the
You mean
DM says,
tactical
I'm not
retreat.
saying this is this, they're saying this is this.
But you locked the
That's-
door, Dan. that was a lie. I didn't lock the door. That was just a joke.
So, reminds me again that, like, how high up is this tower?
80 feet.
80 feet.
Okay. And there's a gelatinous cube between me and the window, isn't there?
Mm.
Let me just check something really quick. Is that a full of free action, or is it a bonus action?
The reaction.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Now you can cast it as an action, but it's also a reaction.
I'm gonna cast some aberration.
You're gonna cast what? When?
Summon aberration.
Oh, okay. Where are we putting it?
Oh, we're gonna be squeezed tight into this room.
We're gonna be shoved into gelatinous cube.
I'm gonna cast it on the one that I'm gonna cast it like just a little bit in front of Arundel. Yeah, Arundel.
Can't believe I forgot my name.
And she's gonna summon a Slad.
Oh, a slot.
Jesus Christ.
And then like actually pausing for a moment to remember what Olenu said about her summoning horrible things. She's gonna like So this time the Slot is just gonna be wearing a tuxedo instead. Like a button.
Okay. Tuxedo wearing slot.
You think
like
that's far
forms-
less threatening.
Yeah, it forms.
Creepy.
Slatty?
She's going to like look at Lana and just be like, "See, it's not so bad now, right? See,
Is
I'm
it
trying."
just its bow tie fixes its cummerbund.
Oh, that reminds me. And she like snaps her fingers and like it's like gets bony growth that like cover its hands like boxings. And she's gonna change its damage type from slashing into magical bludgeoning damage. And it's gonna just go Rocky Balboa on the one between it and Kinrava.
Oh.
No, Dan, please. It looks like a rancor.
It does kind of, yeah. Okay, go for it. Roll to hit. I don't think you guys can miss.
That's
at
only
this
a
point
13.
against the climbs. Yeah, no.
That's
They have the lowest armor class out of any creature I've ever seen. So
Oh,
you hit.
okay. Second attack then. That's a 19, so 13 and a 19.
They both hit.
And let me just check how much damage this thing does. I'm pretty sure it's 1d something. But let's see. Okay, got my dice here. Okay, so it's a 1d10 plus 3 plus the spell's level. So 3 plus 4 is 7, I think? Yeah. So 1d10 plus 7.
I think there's a
So the
mod
first one
for
is
custom animations as well. Spell system. I need to look at that.
Oh, hell.
So the first one is 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And the second one is 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, for 25 points of damage.
And how close is the trap door to me?
5 feet. It is right next to you.
I get an attack of opportunity at me if I go down there, aren't I?
Probably, yeah. You know what? I really don't want Kinrava's clothes to get burned off in acid, so yeah, she's gonna go down the trap door. This Sounds
is not
good.
gonna turn into anime slime fest.
All
no,
right.
she's gonna go down the door.
So you head towards the door. You take one attack of opportunity, which will be a that will be a 14 to hit.
Shield.
Shield goes up, and then you start heading down the small ladder that basically led up to this thing. And the other one will take an attack of opportunity against you. This time for a 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. So that's going to be 10 points of, I'm guessing, acid damage. 10 points of acid damage. But you make it into this chamber below.
Yeah, she's gonna go all the way down. That seems like a whole lot of nope to me.
Okay. So you are below this mess. Okay. Everybody else is now the cube's turn. So it is going to be a slow turn as they like slowly move towards you because their movement speed is pretty low. Gelatinous cube movement speed is only 15 feet, so they over to you. Beep, beep. All right.
As the last one moves down, it's gonna take some thunder damage.
Okay.
That one right there. Yeah.
Actually, technically, wouldn't move.
Okay.
This.
Yeah, you're good.
So.
Even though I rolled massive damage on 2d8, that's fine.
Okay. Well, it can take the thunder damage and attack you, or
no, you're fine.
not
You're fine.
move and attack the slot.
Do whatever you gotta do.
Okay, so here comes a series of attacks. 2 on Olanu first off. First and foremost, these are gelatinous cubes. They don't have to attack. So what's going to happen now? One of the cubes moves up to its speed, and while doing so, can engulf and enter a large or smaller creature's space. Whenever the cube enters the creature's space, they must make a dexterity saving throw. So Olanu, I need a dex saving throw from you.
Shit.
You've got the
That's
interest.
9.
No!
You've got
Plus
advantage.
5?
You have
That
advantage.
was okay. Yeah, so that was 9 with advantage.
Oh,
So I rolled a
God.
6 and a 3. So that was plus 5.
Are you close enough?
So
If she's,
nine.
close, if she's close enough, 10 feet, I don't think.
I
I
don't-
think we're all.
I don't
Isn't
think
it?
I am.
It's like,
Wait, how many feet?
It
Is
might
it
be a-
10?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
10 feet.
let
Yeah.
me situate you in like an spot then. Get this proper here. You are 10 feet away.
Oh, okay. Cool. Sorry, it's plus 5, right?
Perfect.
14.
14. And a 14 is enough. You can choose to be pushed 5 feet away in a direction. Which direction would you like to
Perfect.
be pushed in?
Back.
Okay, so you get pushed up here onto the brazier. It moves into
Cool.
your space. The other one will also attempt to do so. So I need another dex save.
18.
Okay. You get pushed 5 feet, and the hatch is open. Because you
Oh.
either go in the bonfire
No, I'll go down the hatch.
or
it's
down
fine.
the hatch. Okay. Woo! You go down the hatch. The other one has already used its reaction, so it doesn't get a attack of opportunity on you as you fall down the hatch, and you land literally right on top of Ken or right next to her.
Okay. I'll try to catch myself on the ladder so I don't smush her.
Okay. Hey, it's easy enough. You're not gonna.
Okay.
What if you just insta-killed Kinrawa?
Just like landing on top of her.
Just snap her neck.
Fucking Goomba stomped her. Alright. That is their turn right there. One is going to try to engulf Grimly. Grimly, I need a dex saving throw.
No. Haha. 22.
You get pushed 5 feet, but you have 3 choices. Where would you like to go?
Let's go back into the right.
What? Like this way?
10 feet. Is it 10 feet?
5 feet.
5
You get
feet.
pushed 5 feet.
5
in the
feet.
direction.
Oh, yeah. Then let's just go back. Yeah, that's fine. Woohoo.
All right, and it takes over your spot. And then the other
Shit.
one, seeing that none of these creatures are getting absorbed, it's going to reach out and slap you with a pseudopod.
By you, do you mean May?
Negative. That's Grimly.
Okay.
Grimly, that is a natural 20.
Ow.
Hell yeah, buddy.
So that's a bit of damage.
Is it like... Sheesh.
19 points of acid damage.
It's flubber.
As a large pseudopod, as you like get thrown backwards by the other cube, it smacks you across the face, and acid begins to pour into your armor and begins to burn you on the inside. May, this one's gonna make another slapping or a slap attack at you. That is only going to be a 7 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, and then 2 against our Slod friend. Natural 20 to hit the Slod. What's going on? That is 22 points of damage to the Slod.
Yikes.
And then the other one is going to try and hit it as well. That is a natural 1. So, okay, I guess I don't know what's going on.
You're evening yourself out.
Yeah, natural 1, natural 20. Okay. That's everybody's turn. I didn't want to have to do it all in one go, but that's just how the dice rolled.
Wasn't it? No, it's not bad.
Olanu. These creatures have pushed you out of the way and downstairs.
Yep.
And you are now dangling on the ladder that leads up to the trapdoor. What are you doing?
She kind of looks over at Ken like, I mean, we got what we needed, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Guys, let's go.
And she's gonna call Percy
Anyone
down.
get Vord yet?
No, nobody got
Nope.
bored yet.
Your slot
Everybody
did
avoided
take
it.
22 points of damage, though.
Yeah, Slod took 22.
Okay then. Thank you.
acid, I don't know if
Say
they're
again,
resistant to acid.
Olanu.
She's gonna call Percy down.
Ah, Percy.
So he'll just
Okay.
she'll whistle really loud and he'll go "Phoop," down the hole.
Take an attack of opportunity. A natural 1. What is going on? All right.
He
It's
said
again
dexterous.
balancing out your
Yeah.
natural 20.
Yeah. Must be. All right.
It's okay.
I did roll 2 natural 20s and 2 natural 1s. That
Mhm.
did actually happen. So okay. Percy also goes down into the hole.
I'm about to take close to 60 damage. Watch.
All right. Anything else?
And she'll just start moving down the tower. Yeah.
All right. Then we got Brimley. Now you are up.
Ooh, hearing Olanu call that out, I will look over my shoulder and then try to jump backwards across the fire.
Okay.
Probably landing on my back on the other side.
Okay. Did you plan on taking any other moves or actions during this turn? Because you can disengage and avoid tons of attacks as well.
I will do that. Yeah, I'm just holding my shield up in front of me and jumping backwards.
Okay,
trying
perfect.
to disengage from the fight.
You jump backwards. You are going to either land in the pit or you are going to land like kind of over here, wherever you want to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Now
and then make my way to the hatch.
Yeah, you're still disengaging, so you can just jump down the
Hut,
hatch if
hut,
you want.
hut, hut, hut.
You jump backwards, and you just are like tendrils are slapping the shield in front of you as you dive down into the hole.
Okay, and I'll take the rest of my movement to move down the stairs.
Okay. All right, then we have back up to the top actually, May.
Okay. So let me know if you're gonna let me do this.
Okay.
Space step. It's basically Misty Step, but with a little bit of like fun stuff to it.
Sure.
Can I teleport to the open door space? Since I technically can see where it is, even though it's not a like spot, and use my movement the rest of the way down the ladder?
You want to teleport to the trap door.
Top. Yep.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna face step there because I am a ladrin. I need the gelatinous cube that I was right in front of to make a wisdom saving throw.
9.
Cool. It is frightened of me until its next turn.
Okay.
To the end of my next turn, excuse me. And then I am going to move 30 feet down the stairs towards the outside.
Okay. I don't think we've ever described it. What does it look like when you face step?
Because all my face steps have a trigger on the front step, there's a little bit of like the air almost fizzles around me, and then depending on what happens, like what the save is, depends on what it looks like. So when it sizzles in front of me, the psionic energy just kind of makes like a roaring face, like something that screams, and then I wink out of existence, and then I wink back into existence exactly where I want it to be.
I dig it.
So that's what the frightened one looks like.
Oh yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Nice.
Arendelle,
Alright, I'm gonna do some extra shit just because it's fun.
fireball the room.
You're not far off. From the way the camera is facing there, does it look like I can squeeze through one of these windows?
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
I
I'm
said, it's
definitely
it's like 3 or 4 feet wide. You can just turn sideways and go through.
I
I'm
almost
gonna-
did the exact same sort of thing. Sorry.
I'm gonna I'm gonna run
Me
west
too.
towards the window to the west.
I just get wedged in between them.
And as I turn to dive out of the window, I point the staff of frost towards the room and I cast Cone of Cold as an action.
Okay. That is a dex save for everybody.
It's a con save of
kidding.
16.
That's a 7 for half. And a 10 for the other half. So they all fail.
So they all take 39 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
The Slod as well.
Yes, also needs to make a con save.
Kinrava, your slide needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Is that something you do?
Yeah, I usually have in roll her monsters.
That is what is this called? Oh shit, this thing's quite beefy. Yeah, that's a 19.
So it takes 19 points of cold damage.
The 22 plus 19
Ooh,
is what you're looking at.
it's dead.
Okay.
Nice. It's alright.
Nice.
But
So-
basically, I run towards the window and dive out of it, and I point the staff back as I'm falling and cast Cone of Cold, and then also cast Feather Fall as a reaction as I'm falling.
As you're falling, you see
The last thing you see is the slide go in.
the slime
Just in your direction.
take the damage, which was how much?
39.
39. So actually, make sure. Oh, okay. 2 of them barely survived. So
God damn.
the one that you and the one that May were working on, they looked very injured from the blast.
Oh, hey, there's a slime out
And
this window.
you
huh?
start feather
Oh, yeah.
falling,
Yeah.
and the slime
God damn it.
looks up at you, this cube, and it begins to line up underneath where you are falling. And you slowly dip into the cube.
Great, love that.
Wow.
Wow, cool. I forgot that cube got pushed out of that window.
I like the visuals. I love
Yeah, it's a really cool
the fucking
visual until
hilarious visual
I just
right
look down
now.
and see the cube, and I like try to swim away in the air as it's getting underneath me.
You just got Kirby.
This is all we see of Arendelle.
Jesus Christ.
The cube takes the shape of Arendelle.
You're like, yeah, I'm a badass, and then no, and very Austin Powers, like slow motion fall. The cube lines itself underneath you, and you sink into it, and you start to take acid damage.
I will say this, Dan.
Yeah.
This doesn't change anything. I fall at 60 feet per second, so technically, at my next turn, I would go into the cube, but it doesn't matter really.
You take 10 points of acid damage,
Cool.
and you are restrained.
Oh, love that. That's my
It
favorite
says-
condition.
Let's see, on a fail save. Oh, I do need to make a dex saving throw, please.
6.
God. Okay. Then you are. That's a failed save. So you took the damage. You're engulfed. You cannot breathe, and
Oh,
you are
fuck.
restrained.
Great, love
You have,
that.
you have a drowning fixation.
You all
Yeah.
hear outside as
God
you
damn
run
it.
down the tower.
Ray.
Ray
See what
being
you did?
the first one down due to her speed.
There were 4. There were 3 other windows, yo.
Then Olanu.
She's got a point.
Then Kin.
It was the open
then
window, and now
Grimly.
I know why it was open.
You see Arendelle is swimming inside of this cube, and where every time he like pushes an arm out, the cube extends its like goo to like look like a rubber band effect of him like pushing against the inside of the cube, and he is floating inside with like big like puffy cheeks, like holding his breath. First out is May.
Okay, great. That's okay. Cool. Can I? This might be a very dumb idea, but I feel like the best idea. Pull Arendelle out.
Blum.
You first and foremost, you would take acid damage, just as a heads up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I would need you to make his saving throw for him in order to do so to get out of it. He needs to make a strength check. You need to make a strength check for him to pull him out.
Okay.
So first and foremost, let's get the damage out of the way as you take acid damage for reaching inside of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not much because you're not fully engulfed. So you only take 7 points of acid damage.
Okay.
And then you need to make a strength check to try and pull him out.
Cool.
You got this.
That's a natural 20
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
for
Yes,
a
please.
24.
So you pull him out.
Can I, with the 24, like throw him behind me into everyone else?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Can I hit the gelatinous cube?
Sure.
Cool.
Dan,
Yes.
you're a voice actor, but never take on the role of making slime sound effects.
Yeah, it's gross, man. It's so gross.
But it's so good.
It is. It is.
It's
But
too
please,
good.
make that a job.
All right.
Okay, so I got a 19. Nope, no, that's not right. I got a 20.
Is it above a 6, May? Is it above a 6?
Yeah, it is. It's
Then you
totally
hit.
above a 6. Okay, great.
His AC is 6.
Its AC is 6 of a gelatinous cube.
Oh, wow.
That's 12 points of slashing.
Does it have like... No.
It took
I'm
38 points before.
Uh-huh.
That 50.
I'm assuming that saving Arendelle, like the check, was one of my actions.
Oh, for sure.
Is that... Okay, great. Then technically, that's all I can do.
Okay. Olanu, you were right behind her, so I'll allow you to go next. And this is kind of just like your order of coming out of the tower, not actually initiative.
She's gonna run out to try and get in flanking with May.
Okay.
And she will take 2 attack at it.
Go for it.
It's above a 6.
Yeah, I don't think you could miss unless you roll that one.
D10. Oh, that's a D100. Where's the? Sorry, it's a percentile dice.
I deal 87 damage on the first hit.
So 9 points of damage for the first strike.
Okay.
I've done that much damage as a rogue.
Second attack is above a 6. And then 7 points of damage for the second.
Not bad. All right.
Yep, and she will stay here. She'll keep Percy inside away from this.
Okay. Okay. Then next through the doorway would be Kin.
Oh, lovely. Oh, wait, that thing's right outside, isn't it? Oh, crap. Of all the windows you pushed it out of, why was it the one right above the door?
I honestly,
That's where...
it is the
It just-
it is the
just
best
happened that
visual.
way.
It is the best visual watching Arendelle slowly get dipped into a gelatinous cube.
See, Ray, it is
It's
your
something
fault.
from a bloody cartoon.
It is. It really, truly
It really
is.
is.
That's why it was the funniest thing.
I'm not
visually.
sure you want to, like, say shit like that, Trey, to the person who just pulled you out of a gelatinous cube. Fine. No more saving. No more helping you.
What do you got, kid?
How far away is that from the door?
From the door, 10 feet.
So, I have like 10 feet of movement. Not 10 feet of movement. 10 feet between me and it if I go out there and then try and move around it.
Yeah, you don't get you won't get within its reach if that's what you're at.
Okay, good. I push Arendelle back in. Nah. I'm gonna try. How far away around it can I move?
I mean, you have the entire map now that you're outside.
I'm gonna go to the left, and I'm going to stay as far away from that thing as physically possible.
Okay.
And let's see. I'm gonna cast. I'll just use a small spell. I will cast a glint. Fireball. I've been playing too much Elden Ring.
I was gonna say glintstone.
I was
what the
genuinely
hell?
about to say I was literally just about to say Glintstone Pebble. I'm sorry. I've played way that game lately.
Excellent.
Cast Fireball.
Very nice, very nice. Go ahead and cast your Glintstone Pebble.
That's 18 plus numbers.
Yeah, that'll do it. Honestly, don't think you could miss either without getting a nat 1.
But if I get a nat 1 down, that's a different story.
Yeah, right.
That's 11 points of fire damage.
11. Very nice. Okay. This thing is looking pretty beat up. All right. Grimly, you are the last out the door.
Woo! Grimly will head right
Right.
and probably just come running up and take a couple swipes at it.
Okay.
Come on, dice, don't fail me. 9 plus numbers
That'll do it.
and 18 plus numbers.
That'll also do it.
For 8 plus 6, 14 damage.
All right. So, Grimly, how would you like to end this gelatinous cube?
I just come running up to slash it and turn my axe sideways and smack it.
Like slapping a fish against like a wet deck. You and just like it just keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller with every thwack. And until you just like finally your axe, the side of your axe slams into the ground beneath it. And it is just a puddle of goo on the ground.
Nice.
You all begin to hear like behind you as the slimes are dropping down through the opening of the latch that you had open.
Can I just close the door? Like pull Arendelle out and
Yeah.
just close the
I'll
door?
call
Okay.
Percy out as well.
Arendelle comes out and Percy comes out and you close the door. And this creature more. And at this point, we'll go ahead and take our break.
Whoa!
I
All right.
almost used the Cone of Cold spell.
Oh, damn.
We could have done it.
I know.
Just wipe the whole room.
I'm regretting
Yeah.
I could have taken them all out by myself. They couldn't hit me. I'm untouchable.
Yeah, I changed what I was going to do when Kin decided to leave. I was like, well, okay, we'll just go.
Nice. All right. We will be right back, everybody. I hope to see you soon. We're just going to grab a drink. So grab a drink, go to the restroom, take your medication, whatever you need to do, and we'll be right back. We'll see you here in a second.
Whoa!
So Trey, just for the record, I reached Elden Ring. I just got to Millennia, the Blade of Mikla. I'm sorry, not the Blade of Mikla. She is Millennia, the goddess of bullshit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty fun. Pretty fun. It took me a couple days to beat her.
I like Yotane's answer to slimes. Just cancel out their pH. Throw like a big old bag of baking soda at them or something. Pretty good one too. Innovative.
a little while ago, like a couple years ago, one of my friends got me a Christmas gift, and it's a Dungeon Master mug with my name on it.
Aw.
I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, that's cool.
I have
It's really
ice
cool.
cream in there.
Wicked.
I
literally only
I just found it the other day.
Oh, great. I literally only just beat Millennia, literally just today, Trey. I've been trying to kill her all morning.
Yeah. I got to her one day, and then I tried all day, and like just quit. And I was like, I'll beat her in the morning. And then
I was like, you know what? Nah.
Right.
I have heard I am Millennia, Blade of Mika so many goddamn times
God.
today.
Never again.
I just cheesed it by getting on that one rock, and then I just kept throwing flies at her.
I respec and then changed my whole build just to beat her.
I did too. But then I was like, you know what, screw this, and I looked up a cheese strategy, and I just hopped on the rock and just kept spamming stuff at her. I'm like, no, you're not the goddess of rot, you're the goddess of bullshit. Go away.
Yeah, her ability to heal every time she
Oh.
hurts you, that, and her mimic,
Oh,
that sucks.
Mhm.
oh, that's good.
Yep.
Here's the thing. She doesn't just heal if she hurts you, though. She heals if you block her attack as well.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve hit his head against that one for quite a while. He was so happy when she died.
Same.
His build is entirely melee.
Oh.
Yeah. He was so mad.
Mine is entirely sorcery and faith.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm Dex and Faith with some strength.
Mine is entirely sorcery and faith, so, yeah, it was not fun.
What's that other boss that's a pain in the ass? Is that what,
The blood dude?
the blood dude, yes. But also the guy
this
with the
isn't too bad
pole
for me.
arm who does the foot stomp. That will kill you.
I think
Like,
the
and
one
he
with
has-
the lion on his back?
no. He actually beat that one pretty easily. It was the one it's like in a tower. And there's two guys that you have to kill first. That are in the room with him, but he's big and he has like
Oh, it's Commander.
Oh, I know which one you're on about now. Yeah, that asshole.
yeah.
Commander Null.
Yeah, that guy took a while. But he got him too. I was like, yay.
I was like, you
And
know
that
what, I just
fight
realized.
at the end is bullshit.
Oh, I haven't gotten that
Right.
far yet. I literally only just Millennia, so I'm like... I'm that guy who's like, hey, I want to get all of the spells, like, as much as I can before I do a new game plus. And,
Mhm.
only reason I beat Millennia was because, like, I just got on a rock and kept throwing bugs at her. The Blood God one, I just sort of... I kind of melted him, like, quick.
Yeah. It wasn't too bad for me.
I've got infinite casting for 15 seconds, so I Kamehameha him to death.
Steve did the cheese for him. So yeah.
I didn't even know there was a cheese for him.
Yeah, they fixed it, so you can't do
you
it
can, like,
anymore.
Jump up around the thing, right, and then just go.
Yeah.
through, and he
won't
like, he'd
move.
just stand there.
Yeah. He did that. Which I was like, whatever. I'm like, that whole game just looks like
I
frustration
mean,
and
to be
anger.
fair, yeah, I mean, mind you, to be fair, I really do think that some of the enemies hit way too goddamn hard in Elden Ring. Like, the bosses, I'm fine with doing that, because, you know, they're bosses, but I mean, those lead dogs, those zombie dogs, should not be hitting you as hard as they are.
I'm gonna hit all dogs.
So, fun fact, have you ever noticed how just no matter how high your poise is, those dogs will make you flinch?
Yeah.
You want to know why?
They just ignore poison.
I went into the game's files. No, I went into the game's files. Their attack is technically 30 attacks at once.
What?
Yeah, it's 30 attacks at once. That's why it always stuns you no matter how high your poison is.
Ugh.
That sucks. Does it count their teeth as attacks?
I think so.
You get
I
an
got
attack
that.
per
I
tooth?
know I got the Ashes of War for, what's its name? That Black Blade one, Tiche. Which just usually melts most of my enemies anyway. I need to actually find where the Mimic tier is.
Hmm.
It's down in Noxtella or Nokron. Oh god.
I can't remember.
Yeah, Noxtella. It's one of those two. Which, for the record, is a really awkward name for me because before Elden Ring came out, like, the setting I'm making, I made one of the cities called Nockril, and I'm like, oh, that's really close. No one's gonna believe me that I made this name now. The same thing happened to me in Skyrim when they brought out Serana, and I was like, oh, no one's gonna believe me that this character wasn't named after this character now.
Snuff out the flame with a cold hand.
Snuff
Quench
out
the flame in thy palm with ice.
I like
Something
Brad's
like that.
version better.
We also
Same
have...
thing.
Thinking? I wonder if, well, I don't know if it was meant like literally you have to have like flame in your hand and then like quench it with like a cold spell or something, or if it was like, hey, douse out the fire in the center of the room.
But we lit the fire.
Yeah.
Maybe these are
Maybe
Cat's
over
is
messages.
still back there yelling about murder, by the way.
Maybe these are messages that were left for somebody to come and do, so they put out the fire with ice, and then we had to melt it to relight it.
So we got, let me think.
The fourth, I have them written down. It
Yeah.
says power rules ? Fourth, coax a secret from another. Fifth, quench the flame in thy palm with ice.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one was holding that branch towards our heart, right?
Gird your heart with
A wand.
I've got
wand.
that one
No.
too.
No,
I didn't
okay.
write it down.
Yeah.
Hold on. Something with the nether oak.
Finger but whole.
Very funny, Dan.
Welcome back.
Congratulations on your good joke.
Huh.
'Cause it
That's-
was, make no mistake by my tone, it was a good joke.
Well, I will say that it was led in by Yotane over there saying that this sounds like a D&D version of a Dark Souls.
That is actually hilarious. Well done, Yotane.
Layer
Okay.
ahead. Liar ahead.
Shield thy heart with a wand from the nether oak.
Shield thy heart.
Alrighty. You guys ready?
Nope.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Now I'm ready.
maybe.
I will say this.
My collection is growing.
I really enjoy this screen a lot. It doesn't have our stats or anything. I like this full screen, like Book of Tailspire while we...
Hell yeah, buddy.
It's wicked.
Okay. You all exit the tower. The gelatinous cubes seem to be trapped behind the door. You see like little, like clearish blue liquids start to like seep out and then like get pulled back in through like the hinges of the door. They seem like they can't get out.
I guess you really do need thumbs in order to work a door handle.
Just put a permanent
we should
message.
probably leave before they eat their way through the wood.
Yeah.
Should we make our way towards the next tower?
Yeah.
Sure.
That might be wise.
Let's see what horror's waiting for us over there.
I think I'll stay in the back this time.
Yeah. Do we want to check out the big building with the dome?
Which
one's
closer?
The dome.
Yeah, which one's
Let's
closer?
go
Well,
the
no,
dome.
I will say the dome and the tower are pretty much equidistant from where you guys are.
Oh, do we want to split the party? Just kidding.
No.
No.
that gave a very visceral reaction out of Baloney there.
I'm still having nightmares from the last time.
All right.
I'm digging the towers.
Okay.
You'd
Let's
rather
do
do
the
the
tower first then, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You make your way over to the tower. Apparently there's a hole in the world.
I'm gonna sneak away to the domed building.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow Aaron Dahl because he can't go by himself.
Hands on both of their collars.
Perception check.
pulling them back.
Listen, as the primary wizard,
Okay.
As the primary barbarian, go.
you
Intentional
gotta
hole.
keep good, Dan.
So there's a hole in the fabric of our reality.
There really
Um,
was. There's a hole to hell in the middle of the ground there. All right.
That makes sense for Yithrin.
Yeah, it really does. So you make it to this tower. The tower itself floats above the air. Pieces of stone kind of held aloft in the air through magical means. What do you guys do?
Are there windows on this tower?
Are
Do we
there
climb the
windows?
floaty stones?
Like, can we parkour up the stones?
You might be able to parkour up the stones, yeah. Depends on whether or not they can hold your weight. And then
Wait.
windows,
Did you
I
say-
don't think there are windows.
Okay, cool. How tall is it? Is there? Wait, can I see the whole tower?
Let me back up real quick.
It almost looks like you have to go through the big building to get to the floaty
Yeah, that's
tower.
what I was just thinking. Can how far
this
this
little bridge,
bridge?
this little bridge
how-
here, that's not there. Sorry. Let me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a part of it. They added it just to look cool. Which, don't get me wrong, it does, but it also means totally not.
Okay, so there appears to be no way inside.
There is no windows, but
To the walls.
To the walls. But there are doors. Once you reach a certain point on the tower. So
Does that
here.
ledge look like it could? Well, I can't see it from there. Can I just jump, please?
how high can you
How
jump?
far?
That's the question. There's your
60
doorway.
feet. No, it's more than that.
Wow.
7? It's 60 feet.
The doorway is 90 feet off the ground. No.
Can I parkour up some? No, I can't. None of those look like it would actually work that way. Damn it.
Yeah, it's 95 feet off the ground.
Oh,
You might be able
bother.
to parkour off these little stones here.
oh, cool. My camera turned off.
I'm gonna attempt doing that.
Yeah, I'll do it too.
Olanu, you see that when you step on it, it does that weird, like, it realizes that it has weight on
Wobbly.
it, and it kind of like dips down like a good 6 inches. And it is not very steady under your feet. So if you are to attempt to parkour your way up using these stones, it's going to be difficult, but you can make some checks along the way to try not to fall.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do. I will follow her.
Athletics.
So this is going to be acrobatics checks. to get from one of these stones to another. Also, Hiphog TV, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome.
Welcome.
Okay.
All right, so
Oh, okay.
Alana going first here.
First one, 22.
22, that gets you going. Yeah, for sure. You hop onto a few of them. They dip down. You grab onto one on your way down, and you are about halfway up.
I got a dirty 20 for my first roll, Dan.
Okay, dirty 20 gets you about halfway up as well.
Second. So yeah, that's a 6.
Oh gosh. All right, now I need a dex saving throw. As when you land on one, it doesn't seem to hold your weight, and you start to fall.
Okay. Do I have advantage on this? I think so.
What you got?
13?
13. Okay. You just barely grab a hold of one that holds your weight, and you pull yourself back up. You dropped maybe a quarter of the way down, so you're not as far up as May, though. You can see May above you. May, what are you doing?
My second was a 15.
A 15 just gets you up to the next portion of this, and you find yourself higher than you were before, but not all the way up.
Okay. Third, attempt. Oof. 11.
It barely gets you to halfway.
Alano, I thought you were going up.
Shut it.
You grab one of the floating rocks and just throw it at him.
Throw it at him.
It bursts into dust and he hits the ground next to him.
I rolled a natural 20 for a
Okay.
24.
I'll say that with a natural 20, you are able to parkour your way up to the entryway to the building. You look down and you can see your friends.
Y'all want me to just go in by myself?
No, wait.
All right.
Okay.
It's amazing.
16.
What was that, Alana?
16.
16. Okay. You can get to where she was right before she got to the entrance.
Okay. Fuck. 8.
You need to make a dex saving throw, please.
Yeah. 13.
Yep, like I said before, this barely saves you as you grab onto one of the rocks, and you are dangling.
Landed on top of.
Yeah, you are dangling precariously about 60 feet off the ground here. But yeah, give me another.
The first one I roll.
Give me another success, and you can get up to the top. And if you don't succeed, you're either stuck here
Fall all the way to the
or
bottom.
you slowly just fall.
Okay. So funny enough, the first die I rolled actually landed on top of other dice, cockeyed. The reroll was a 17, 18, 20. It was a 20.
Okay, dirty 20.
Dirty. Yeah.
Yeah. You eventually, over the next 30 seconds or so, finally make your way up to where May has.
Just kind of sitting there like,
Yeah. You see Percy is just like flying next to you.
yeah. She just kind of grumbles at him. She's gonna look at. How far up are we?
About 90 feet, I think.
90 feet.
Okay.
Goddamn.
She'll just kind of let down the 50 feet of rope that she has.
Yep.
And just call down like, if you can make it to the rope,
We'll hold your weight. One at a time, please.
Oh God.
That's amazing.
It dangles there like rope.
Uh,
What do you want to
I'll give it a shot.
do? Okay.
She kind of brace herself and like maybe hold the rope.
All right, athletics checks then for, or I'm sorry, acrobatics checks for Grimly.
I'm going to take this very slowly. 13.
That'll get you started.
Checks out.
You just have to make it 40 feet.
Give me a minute.
Make another one.
Don't worry, we're not going anywhere.
That's a 10.
You literally get nowhere.
It's kind of.
You're supposed to jump, Grimly.
Yeah.
I've got these tiny legs. Okay,
You're
this is
5
better.
foot tall. They're not that short.
You keep
18?
telling us this.
18.
Sorry.
Okay, so with an 18, you jump and you reach for the rope and you grab onto it.
Ah!
And now you're like dangling.
Pull me up, pull me up, pull me
Yeah,
up.
you're like dangling.
I help Alanu pull up
Yeah.
the Grimly fish.
It's amazing. Thank you for this, Dan.
That's
Yeah,
great.
You pull up the Grimly fish, and Grimly, you like reach the edge and like scramble yourself up over the edge.
Nice. I just lean up against the wall with my feet dangling, catching my breath.
Yeah, you can see like it is very precarious up here. You got like 5 feet at most at the edge there.
I'm gonna yell down. Do y'all want to stay down there?
I just look over at Ken. What do you think?
I think if
Fly
we
on you?
let them go in,
Wizard
they'll
duel.
die, so we may as well go up and check on them.
All right. Then I'll
Would you like
sprint
to
and
go
start
first, or
doing
would
some.
you would like me to
yeah.
go first?
I'll start jumping up the thing.
Okay.
I'll start jumping up the thing.
All right, Arendelle.
You've got this.
What do you got?
Acrobatics is a 9.
Okay. You grab onto.
Literally my specialty.
Yeah, you grab onto the very first rock that you see floating in the air, and as you grab it, it just falls to the ground and clatters.
I do like a full sprint. I jump, grab onto the rock, and I just go to the ground.
Yep. It's just in your hands. You grab the rock out of the air.
I drop it, and I'm just gonna. I think you should go first, Kin.
The rope's still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let it back down.
But it's 50 feet up.
So you have to, yes, or it's 40 feet up.
Yep.
You have
40
to
feet,
make it.
sorry.
Can you lower the rope a little bit?
No, 'cause
It's
that's
literally
all you
the
got.
end of the rope there.
You know when you were a kid in gym class and you just like see that rope that you have to climb, and you know you're not going to get up there, but the gym teacher's telling you should.
All
You're
right,
a wizard,
let's see those
and you
acrobatics
have the
checks.
spell that you need to make it. If you want to use the spell slot,
Or
and
acrobatics
you
checks.
could nice
Make a decision.
to test its fire.
Ah,
Bring Arendelle with you.
so do I have to make an acrobatics check to like try and grab onto this thing?
Aye.
You have 30-ish feet to go.
Great. So it's 30 feet high, 50 feet high off the ground.
It's 40
40.
feet to reach the rope that you can just be pulled the rest of the way. Which means that you really only need to make like
I've got a
one
rope
check.
in my inventory.
But who's gonna catch it?
Hold on, I've got a rope in mine. I'm gonna summon my familiar.
Okay.
I'm gonna summon Omen, the snake,
Yep.
and just have him, like, fly the rope up and try and have him, like, just tie the ropes together.
You want Omen to attempt to tie the ropes together.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I
flying
do.
snake.
Like snake.
No,
When
Yeah.
I see
they're
this
not
happening,
not tying abilities.
I'm gonna look at Alana and go, do you think you can hold me on this rope with Grimly's help?
Yeah, most likely.
Great.
I cut the rope.
I'm going to shimmy down the rope.
Yep.
Take the rope from Omen.
who has the rope in his mouth currently and is like
Don't
just
worry.
like rubbing against the
I got
rope
this.
trying to get it tied.
I know. And then can I tie the ropes together?
You pull it out of its mouth and it looks frustrated at you. But yeah, you tie the ropes together.
And then I'll climb back up.
There's now a 100
Okay,
foot
yeah, then I'll
rope
grab onto the rope.
at the bottom.
And I will dimension door up. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. I'll
Alright.
climb up.
After a
Sure, you
long-
waste that
Fine.
4th level slot. I'm taking the rope.
Oh, I don't even have a 4th level spell slot. I'd have to use a 5th.
All right.
Push Kenrov off.
Yep.
She has to use the spell slot.
Alright. Now, can we
Everybody
go
is
in this dang door?
Goddamn door.
Yeah.
Dang,
I'm
gummit.
gonna push the door open after collecting the rope.
It's locked.
It's locked. It wasn't a
That
door at
would
all.
be-
It's just a
that's-
wall.
It's
It's
just
a
wall.
mimic.
The whole building is a mimic.
The whole tower.
Yes.
It's actually a
Just
drawbridge.
waited, and then all of a sudden we are licked up into its mouth.
Okay.
Ooh.
Just needed to check which
Blah.
one we are looking at here, and it looks like this one. So, you see that this one. Okay, so I guess it's this one. This tower rises above you. You see that a faint light shines through the cracks in the spire. Yes, the door to you, like right in front of you, May. It looks like it's been cracked open like an inch. You can see that it's open just a hair.
I will open it the rest of the way.
Okay. You open it, and you see the interior of the the chamber. The tower's interior walls are sculpted with impressions of humanoid forms pressing out from within.
Gross.
Clawing hands and howling faces captured in stone forever. So you see basically, you know how like in horror movies where like the face presses up against the wall and you see like a stretched version of like material over their face in the wall. You see that all throughout the walls here. Hands and faces all screaming in pain, forever captured in stone there.
Creepy.
Good. I'm so glad that the people who lived in Yithrin were, you know, such well-adjusted souls. And didn't try to torture people even long after they had already been tortured. I go in.
I follow suit.
Yep, following.
You go inside the building, and it leads up. A staircase kind of just leads up. The walls, just lots of these things, right? Arthur. Jeez.
Hey.
Arthur
Wow.
saying he can't make it, popping in for a second, and freaking gift subbing 5 subs. Jeez.
Aww.
All right.
Champion.
Well, thank you, Arth. I do appreciate you coming in here. You're a saint. Thank you so much. Joaquin, Koala Coco, Trashboat Dekai, JG Swenson, and Zero Opti. Congratulations. Thank Arth the next time you see him if you're not here already. Okay.
Yeah, you met Joaquin.
I did. Let's see. What? Okay, so the tower, as you are climbing up, still have all the creepy hands and faces kind of coming up it until you finally
I
reach.
would touch like a hand at some point on the wall.
Okay. Yeah, you do. It's just cold to the touch, and it's very much like
Okay.
stone.
Cool. That's mostly what I'm making sure of.
And you finally get to the top, and the top room looks to be pretty mundane. At the top, you see that there is a statue of somebody lying in the corner. The statue depicts a woman in a wizard's robe, posed as if she is completing a spell.
Oh.
Do I recognize the woman in the that the statue is based on, or is the statue?
Say again?
Do I recognize the statue woman?
Ooh, here we go again. So this one's going to take a little bit more. So I need you, because this one I don't think would have partaken in any kind of torture for you, particularly.
Okay.
Or specifically. So go ahead and roll me a history check to see if we can get you to remember this. Also, welcome Painted Kitten, and also thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everybody.
Hello.
I'm going to have to ask you to roll for initiative, though, now that you're here, though. So go ahead and do that.
17 is my initiative and my history check.
Okay. 17 with the history check. 17? Pretty good.
And that's with the natural nothing.
That's just
That was 17.
Straight 17. You don't remember her name,
Okay.
but you remember who she is.
Oh, good.
She is the Archmage of Transmutation.
I relay that info to the party.
Or was, I guess you could say.
Wait a minute.
Some sort of mass petrification,
Now,
possibly.
on
Is there a basilisk in here?
you say as you like kind of duck down low with arms to the side and like looking
Yeah,
around.
just sort of getting PTSD from the last time in these towers. And there was a statue that looked very lifelike.
You look at the walls and you can see again in Draconic a message that reads, 8th,
Oh.
stand firm in thy circle of death and consume, and then it breaks off. The wall is fragmented before it finishes what it says.
Oof.
Okay, so can we just all, if we somehow find a way to like make this like, to actually like take complete control of this place, changing the locks and keys. Like this is just really starting to get to this weird levels of messed up.
These messages definitely seem like orders.
I mean, they all have numbers in the beginning of them.
I'm starting to think that it's actually a ritual.
Right.
Yeah.
So far we have visited, let me think.
Thor.
4.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what ones did what. One of them destroyed magical objects, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said the wall
Wait,
was
no.
like broken, Dan?
Say again?
Did the wall was broken?
The wall was broken, yes, where that word was missing.
Can I cast mending?
You can.
Ooh.
When you cast Mending, the stone begins to fill in. And as it fills in, it finally shows you the word that was missing. And you can now read poison. So in its full length sentence, it says, 8th, stand firm in thy circle of death and consume poison.
You know, this is really starting to make me feel like I'm back already.
It's quite a list of demands.
Is there anything that we need to do? Like, do we need to reverse any of this, or?
I don't think so.
What?
I think this. I really think this is all part of instructions for a ritual on how to get the barrier down, which means we'll likely find the rest in the other towers or elsewhere.
I know, that's what I said.
I know that is what you said. On the plus side now, we have less of a time limit on it because we aren't competing with avarice.
Yeah.
Does her book say anything about anything? Like, is it a journal as well as a spell book?
I'd have to actually sit down for a long time and actually try and study that first, which I'm being able to do right now. If you'd like, I'd be happy to. How about if we take a look inside the domed building and then we can all just sit down and discuss what we do next while I have a look through the book. How about that?
Sounds like a
That
plan.
sounds okay.
How are we getting down?
Also, we should probably leave, because all of the other towers, something tried to kill us.
You're not wrong.
Searching around that top room, there's nothing else of any note, is there?
Grimly, you search around that top room, and other than the wizard that seems to be locked in some kind of stone or metal or whatever it is, you trip over what looks to be a small bag.
Ooh. I will definitely pick that up and check out what's inside.
You pick it up and you kind of like shake it a little bit to kind of like hear what's inside before opening it. And you hear like shh, 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 shh. And you open it up and you see that it's just a bag of beans.
Beans?
Beans.
Magic beans?
Interesting. I will.
Did you not watch the summer campaign, Dan? Do you know what happens if you get these sorts of magic items?
Look, I'm a fan of Dungeons and Daddies. I know what happens when somebody has a bag of beans.
I'm going to tie the bag shut and tuck that away.
Okay.
And before I leave, take one of my hand axes, because I don't care if that is destroyed, and try to destroy the statue.
Okay. So you go to attack the statue.
Okay.
And it grabs my... No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Actually, that might be
You
it.
turn into stone as well.
Okay, cool,
no.
cool.
Shoot. Let's see.
I'm like, wait, is he joking?
There it goes. Okay, I just need to look up this real quick. Okay, so
She's
that
completely useless. She's a piece of furniture. You don't need to smash it.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, so this is a robe. So at max, it would probably... Okay, I need you to roll to attack then.
Okay.
I needed to
That's
see what its
let's
AC
do
is.
26 to hit.
That barely hits.
Okay, cool. This
It's
is just a hand
called
axe. It's that one. Wow, I love when I roll max damage. That's 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Go again.
You can.
Wow.
Because you hit and you strike into it, and it is like soft metal. When you hit it so hard, you bend it in a little bit. You're trying to chop her head off?
Sure, let's do that.
Okay, so like her throat kind of like dips. I said dicks. I said dicks on screen.
Yeah, you did.
I literally said dicks. It dips.
The whole
in.
word.
Oh my.
What
The
did you do to
entire
her throat?
word.
Oh no.
The throat dips in, bends, dents in where you hit it with your... I said dicks on stream. Unironically. Freudian slip? Maybe, I don't know. May.
That's a dirty 20 to hit again.
I'm gonna
Sure
say...
is a dirty 20.
I'm gonna say... Yeah, it was very dirty 20. I'm gonna say that if you just keep whacking at this fucking thing,
Yep.
even if you can't break through the armor class, eventually you will. And if you just keep fucking hacking away at this thing, eventually you bend it in, you bend it in, you bend it in, you bend it in, until finally it's so thin that finally it just ka-plink, breaks off. As if like you bend something so many times, a piece of metal so many times, it finally just breaks. And then the head clink, clink, clunk, to the side.
I'll turn around and go, all right, I'm ready to go.
Cool.
I had such a bad image in my head.
Nah, what got me is he said, "You whack it."
Yeah. Over and over and over.
I'm just imagining her like trying to stab it and it gets stuck in the move. Can't pull it back out.
Yeah, right. Okay, so you have
All right.
you have
Let's go on.
this
Let's go on.
the saying or whatever it is, like the little step, which says 8th, stand firm in thy circle of death and consume poison, and you also have now a bag of beans. What would you like to do? You get to the tower, like get back to the bottom of the tower. And we'll say to save some time, we'll say that you use the rope and somehow get it to be untied at the top, and you can receive your 100-foot of rope again, and you're all at the bottom.
Oh,
Hell
okay,
yeah,
cool.
buddy.
Yay!
To save some time.
Best DM ever.
You all need to roll 96 for damage, though, because all you did was jump up.
Oh,
Definitely
okay.
what I did.
All right. I'll just slap myself first and enter
And
rage.
rage.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm unconscious.
Okay. Where are we going?
To the dome
building.
building.
The big dome building. Okay. So
To the
dome
right.
building is okay.
Oh my god. What had happened?
The dome building is a little strange, because it has these huge stone pillars that it sits on. It has a like area that you can walk underneath. Think like the Eiffel Tower, how it has like the 4 pillars that it stands on, right? And then there's like a flat floor, and then the dome that encompasses that flat floor. These 4 giant pillars, or well, many in according to the map we're looking at, these many pillars that line the bottom of this dome-shaped thing, each one of them have an entryway. It's just an archway, but you see like a strange light emanating from inside of each one of these archways. It's chromatic in color. It changes almost as you move from left to right just to like look at it.
Ooh. We should definitely take different entrances.
Definitely.
I go to the right.
I go to the left.
Okay.
See you on the other side.
I'm already dead.
I'm already dead. What are you guys doing?
I will go in. Wait, there are technically 4 entrances, not like.
We'll say whatever.
Okay, great. Then I'll take a separate entrance, somehow splitting the difference.
Yes.
Between them.
Okay. We could each take a separate entrance. Is that what you want to do, Ken? Alanu?
I love
I'm
Allie's.
sitting like, no.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah, you know what? No, I'm gonna stick with You know what? No. I'm gonna stick with Olanu because she's just gonna nod towards the others when they're saying this is a good idea, and then she's gonna go to where Olanu is and go in with her.
Okay. Olanu, what are you doing?
I'm gonna have Percy just hold off a minute.
Okay.
And then yeah, I'll go through.
All right, you go through this one then.
It's the worst that could happen.
You kind of follow behind Olanu.
Dimension all different.
I don't
dimension
know. What
doors.
character are you on now?
Are
That's a
you?
good
Here's the thing.
question.
Here's the thing. Are we stepping into these doorways all at the same time, or are like we waiting on somebody to do it and then like going after that? What are we doing?
Should we go all at the same time, or?
Sure, why not? A party that does stupid crap together dies together. Why
I
not?
guess.
3, 2, 1, go.
You all leap into the doorways that have this weird shining magic, and each one of you shoots into the air. And
We hit the ceiling of the room.
hit the ceiling
At light speed.
at light speed.
Cue Pokemon Cavern, where you have to fall and jump through holes and
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
You all pop
slide
up
on ice.
here, and let me drop you
Oh. In a prison, it looks like.
Whoa. That's where I needed to be. This won't be traumatic for me at all.
in. And Percy's still downstairs. Okay. So, Milanu and Kin, you both pop up over here. Grimly over here. Oh, geez, turned off. Well done. And then May over here. Now, when you all pop up here, the interior of the dome is illuminated by a swirling miasma of colors. Frozen human figures float in the air, cross-legged and serene. You begin to, as soon as you reach the top of this magical elevator up here, you see that you are weightless. You now have a flying speed of 30 feet and can hover in place if you'd like.
Absolutely not.
Okay. You like grab onto the ground to keep yourself from going anywhere.
Oh, I'm definitely floating.
Okay. You begin to float.
Whee!
And just
I can fly.
Oh, posture
I can
check.
fly.
posture check in the air. Nice.
I can
Thank
fly.
you.
I can fly.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. You are
What
floating.
are all these bubbles in the ceiling?
There's a fan up there.
Yeah.
Everybody burp.
I've seen this one before. All right. You are floating around the room. I mean, you're like running into icy cold dead bodies, but you're floating.
Oh, I grab a body.
Okay. You grab onto a body. You can see that the face of this thing, it is a wizard. And it's in its robes, has a very serene face with its eyes closed and its hands on its knees.
Can I start floating back down to the floor? And I'll lay the body down.
Oh, you want to take it with you?
And
Yeah.
it flies right back.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's like zero gravity. So like you put it on the ground and it just kind of like weirdly moves a little bit like sideways.
Does this room look familiar to me?
To you? No,
Does this room look familiar to me?
definitely not.
Well, this isn't a room
Okay.
that I saw in one of those visions.
No, you would have seen the building for sure. You would have seen the building because it lights up
Okay.
like a really pretty chromatic color.
Okay.
But you would have not seen the inside or known what it does or what
Gotcha.
it is.
Do I recognize the wizards? Any of the wizards?
The wizards all wear very commoners' clothing. They are not
Okay.
archmages. They are not leaders of the city. They look to be
Okay, cool.
common scholars.
Looking around, is there an obvious exit?
Outside of the elevators you guys took, not really. It is a glass dome.
Well, this was interesting. I'll cast Detect Magic. I don't know if that'll do anything for us.
Sure. You cast Detect Magic. And let's see. I guess you would get. Oh, there we go. I just need to know what you get illusionary magic
Ooh.
in response. Roll an Arcana check for me.
Natural 20. 28.
Damn.
Damn, boy.
So
I am the primary wizard.
Yeah.
I will say in your studies back in the day, you came across a reading of the Netherese people, and you recall a building or a location named the Hall of Weightless Wonder. And you know that if you meditate here long enough, that you can cast the project image spell.
Oh, shit.
The project image spell will last for an hour.
I will start to meditate.
Okay. So, Arendelle, you kind of sit down and begin to float around with your hands on your knees and kind of like tilting sideways until you're upside down at some point.
Upside down. Yep.
And you all see Arendelle begins to meditate. What do you all do?
Not follow suit.
Yeah. Alanu's gonna try and go back out, actually.
Okay. Alana, you walk over towards the elevator and shoo! It sucks you down like a warp pipe.
Yeah. And she'll just go hang out with Percy outside because she's like, no, this is weird.
Just examining the like sides of the walls and stuff and checking out what's in the room. Just kind of going through stuff.
You find that there's not much on the room in ways of stuff you can do. You do know that it's, you know, there's the glass ceiling and stuff like that if you wanted to break it for some reason or whatever. But other than that, it's just a lot of frozen furniture and these meditating creatures or people.
Hey, Wait, could you do me a favor?
Me? May? Yeah. Maybe.
Grimly.
Oh.
What do you
anyone
need?
who has a sharp weapon, really. Actually, you know what? Either one of you could work as long as you like killing wizards. Could you lop off one of their heads, please?
Is the body still on the ground that Grimly brought down?
It's like floating away. It's like 3 feet off the ground right now, but it's moving super slow.
I'll grab it.
Okay.
And lop its head off with a hand axe.
Sure. You do with ease. And it leaves a nasty, dark, bloody stump.
Did you want the head? Did you want the...
Yes, I'm gonna try talking to it when we get around.
Ooh,
Oh.
get ready for that, Dan.
What?
All right. I hand Kinrava the head and just shove the body away from me.
Yep, the body floats away with its hands on its knees still.
Alright. Yeah, Kinn'll back down then.
You're going back down?
Yeah.
Okay. Grimly and Arendelle are still up here. And so
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out and watch Arendelle do his thing.
Okay. May?
It seems like every time I leave, I don't want to... I'm going to stay with these two.
Okay.
Because I think Olanu and Kinrava can handle themselves. And I'm not saying these two can't. But in the most recent battles we've done, they've been the ones that have gone down. So...
Okay.
Anyway, we got another raid, man.
Holy moly, it's a gnome!
Gnome.
What?
Gnome!
Gnome!
Nomadic.
Y'all, welcome in from Gnome Stream, Nomadic. Wow, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. We're here in Icewind Dale. I hope you had a great stream, Gnome. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, Raiders.
Welcome.
Welcome.
What you call it? Real quick, I need every one of you guys to roll for initiative now that you're here, though.
Alright, so Ken is going to head back out to where Olanu is and sort of put the head on the floor as she like sits down cross-legged and starts,
Yeah,
getting out her
real quick,
book and
real quick.
getting her hands
Content
ready.
warning. Content warning. Body horror. Body horror. A lot of body horror and extreme violence. Yeah, this is a horror campaign. So just a heads up. Right
Forget
now.
horror camp. Ken, you've got a wizard party. Of course there's going to be body horror.
While we have a severed head currently right now that we are messing with. So Arundel, as Kinrava goes downstairs, you have a moment of clarity. And you have meditated long enough to cast the project image spell. What do you do?
God damn. Hold on, can I pull up project image?
Sure. I can also read it off for those that are not looking up spells. So project image is a 7th level illusion spell. That means that you create an illusory copy of yourself that lasts for an hour. The copy can appear at any location within range, which is 500 miles of this location.
Whoa.
What?
Yes, 500 miles. And then it says, the illusion looks and sounds like you, but is intangible. If the illusion takes any damage, it disappears, and the spell ends. You can use your action to move this illusion up to twice your speed and make it gesture, speak, and behave in whatever way you choose. It mimics your mannerisms perfectly. You can see through its eyes and hear through its ears as if you were in its space. And on your turn, as a bonus action, you can switch from using its senses to using your own senses or back again. While you're using its senses, you are blinded and deafened in regard to your own surroundings. Physical interaction with the image reveals to be illusion because things can pass through it. A creature that uses this action to examine the image can determine that the illusion with a successful intelligence check. And if a creature discerns the illusion for what it is, the creature can see through the image, and any noise it makes sounds hollow to the creature.
God damn.
So what would you like to do?
Well,
But only to a place you can see, right?
No.
Nope.
Any location within range. That you've seen before, so it does say that. You have to have seen it before.
how far is Bryn Shander?
Less than 500 miles.
Got it. I have a thing I want to do, but I don't want to take the spotlight for too long.
Arundel, the mic is yours, friend. You have project image up. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna just make an illusion of myself right in front of
Okay,
the
I don't need your
town
whole life
speakers.
story, Arundel. Just give it to me straight.
I'm gonna go talk to what's her name? The speaker of Bryn Shander.
The speaker of Bryn Shander. Here we go.
Duvessa.
Duvessa Shane.
Shane.
Good
Look at
call
that.
back. Good call.
Steel
back.
trap.
I knew it was
Yeah.
Shane. I couldn't remember the first name.
Duvessa Shane, the town speaker of Bryn Shander and the town speaker of 10 towns at this point. Because of rebuilding everything. Arundel, you blast your mind back to Bryn Shander. And you kind of like your body kind of takes a moment to like kind of catch up to itself, and you open your eyes and you look around you and you see that the people of Bryn Shander are rebuilding. Many of the buildings that you had seen destroyed by the dragon are now in repair, and people are just working. Currently, it is the middle of the day, and it's not bad. Like the weather is pretty bad still. It's like dark, of course, outside still. The snow is coming down, but it's not like a blizzard. You are pretty close to, at least you think, the Black Iron Blades, the blacksmith.
Oh God. All right, I'm just gonna walk straight through the walls and into the town speaker's.
Dear Lord. Okay. You do that, and you start walking through like hallways to get to where you need to be, because like her room is like centered among the building. So you start walking through hallways, and you hear people, "Ah! like scream out in horror as you walk from one wall to the other. You hear through the other walls like people yelling, "It's a ghost! I swear I saw a ghost!" It's like you've been drinking too much, haven't you?
He just has a big smile on his face.
And you get to the central chamber, and currently Duvessa is in the midst of talking to it looks like Trovis, excuse me. And Duvessa and Trovis are just like hands down on the table, like looking at a like a map, or not a map, but a form that has been written out. And you can hear them talking, and Trovis is like, "Yeah, I mean, if we get this thing going, we could probably get it done by the end of the 10-day here. But I think we can get it." Well, good. I trust you. I trust you can get things done here. Well, I mean, that's pretty much all for the meeting. I appreciate you taking the time to. And she looks up and. Hi, Arendal?
Hello.
What are you doing here? Where is everybody? Is everybody okay?
Yes, we're all doing well. Not all of us. We're making great progress. I'm not actually here, by the way.
I don't understand. He rolls intelligence check, and she does not roll high enough. She's like confused.
That's all right. It's an illusion. I would like to know the status of things. How is everything?
I mean, everything's going according to plan. I think we're getting everything underway. We are rebuilding everything that was broken. What brings you here now?
I would just like to let you know that we're nearing a solution to all of this, to the cold and the night. I believe we are close.
That is good news.
That's really all I wanted to say. To have hope.
Thank you. I guess. You see Trovis is like super confused. He's like, Where are you actually?
I'm deep in a glacier in a frozen ancient city.
Is everybody there with you?
Yes. I don't know that it is my place to announce this, but Leodin fell on our journey.
Provis takes a seat. You see that Uvessa is not unfazed, but stoic. Well, I hope she went out fighting.
And she definitely did.
I hate to ask this, but is Kin still alive?
Very much so. And she is entirely unfazed in everything that we've seen.
Okay, well.
She's got a strong personality.
That she does. I thank you for coming back here and letting us know things are underway. Can we expect something happening here? Do we need to do anything for you?
Not that I'm aware of. No. Just stay safe.
You as well. I guess you should probably get back to your friends.
Yes, I just have one old friend I want to check on before I go. Also, I terrified some of the people out in the halls.
We did hear that. We didn't know what it was. It's someone yelling about a ghost. I assume that was.
Yes, I really should go, though.
Right. Okay. Take care, please. And end this.
You will. And then I turn and walk through the walls again. And I just want to
The
go...
person who had spilled her, like, all her stuff she was carrying because she saw a ghost walking through had just finished picking everything back up, and then she sees you again, and, like, throws it again and just starts running down the hallway.
I just creepily laugh and just continue walking.
Okay.
I just want to go see if my old pal Brennan is still at the House of the Morning Lord. Or was that what it was called?
The House of the Morning Lord, yep.
Yeah.
You walk inside and you see that there has been a change of individuals. A lot less of, like, you know, triage style, like, cots that were along the side of everybody that was out of, you know, house and home. But you do see that sitting next to a fireplace that is lit with whale oil, there is a familiar face as you see, like, the back shadow, because, like, the fire is in front of him. You see, like, the back shadow of an old gentleman with a cane, just leaning on his cane and just staring into the fire.
Is that my boy?
He's your boy.
He's still alive?
Still there.
Okay. I don't approach him or anything. I just sort of smile and nod and sort of look down for a second, and then I'll go back into my actual body.
Okay. Just before you do so, you see, oh God, what was his name? The Copper Bottom or something like that?
Cobblepot, whatever. I don't remember what it was.
Knobberknocker.
Knobberknocker.
Yeah,
I think that's what it was. Copper Knobberknocker. That was the person that he recommended to you. But God, what was his name though? Anyways, there was the little gnome that was there, was he a gnome or a halfling? He was there at the House of the Morning Light. It was Copper Knobberknocker. Never mind. He suggested you go find somebody else, but anyways, he himself was Copper Knobberknocker. He approaches you and he goes, "Arendelle, you're back!" And then suddenly, poof, out of existence. You hear like a scream, and it gets distorted, like weirdly, like audio distorted as you get pulled back into your body back in Ithrin.
So, what does it look like for us, like Grimly and myself,
Yep.
when that happened?
Nothing. It looks as if he has just gone into a deep meditative state.
Okay.
My eyes just slowly open, and I just extend my legs to stand on the ground.
Okay, you float back down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I went and spoke with the speaker of Brinchanda. I believe her name is Duvessa Shane.
I
Things are
don't-
going well, Grimly.
Right.
Probably tell you.
Just now?
Yes. This place allows you to project an illusion of yourself across a vast distance.
Oh.
I went and visited Brinchanda.
Well, that was probably good. Everything's okay there, I assume?
Great, actually.
Good. We should probably get back to the others.
Yes. May, you look like you had a question.
Just don't know the names of the places that you're talking about, and now that I know that this room gives you magic, I'd like to get the hell out of it, please.
Of course.
Agreed. I'll start heading towards the elevators.
Let's go.
Grimly does like a slow backflip and starts floating towards
Bloop, bloop,
the
bloop, bloop.
exit. And
Pop, pop, pop.
and you all go down the elevator. Kin and Olanu, what were you doing during this time?
Kim was just setting her head down on the floor. She like crossed her legs and sat down and just said, "I'm going to see if we can get some answers out of here a little bit faster than normal."
Okay. Just let me know if you need anything. Her and Percy will just stand guard, essentially, just making sure nothing comes near.
First, she's going to remember that these people don't speak common usually, despite writing in common for some reason, and she's going to cast tongues on herself. You as a ritual.
Okay. So you cast tongues.
Then she's going to just sort of set herself down, take a bit of a deep breath, and as she's preparing herself, a purple magic circle appears beneath her, and another one appears underneath the severed head. As she casts Speak with Dead, she's just going to sort of gently begin mumbling under her breath, and slowly black and purple mist begins to weave off from her hands and circle around the skull, shriveled up head, and then slowly start to sink into its eye sockets and into its mouth. And when it all fully sinks in, she's just going to lean in very, very closely and just say, Defro, as it takes effect.
All right. The goal of this thing takes a strange sneeze, takes a strange, slow inward breath for no reason, obviously, more than the fact of it just being visually appealing. And a blue mist exits from the creature's face. And its eyes open. And its eyes are just completely like super bright blue, so much so that they look white. Who are you?
Okay, 5 questions. Do you know how to enter the central tower?
It just looks at you and it just says, strange question. Just go.
First, hold thy... First, hold a branch of nether oak. Guard thy heart with a wand of nether oak. What is the second step?
Speak gibberish. I know. Speak.
What position did you hold in this city?
I was an acolyte of transmutation.
Where can we find the museum?
The South City. Next to lightning.
All right. And last question. Sort of looks towards Olanu. Can you think of anything else you'd like to ask as the final question?
How did she die?
Well, I think we all know that. I mean, city crashing out of the sky, you know?
Maybe. Or maybe... Does she know how this happened? Like, was the Lich in control before the fall of the city, or did that happen after?
Maybe.
It seems like the wall wasn't there
I remember.
while she was alive.
It's also possible she never went in there and there was a special event, or maybe it came up as a defense measure.
Mechanism when the city went down, possibly? Low-level acolytes apparently didn't have access.
I'm assuming you were explaining all of this to me because I just realized that you would have been speaking in a language that I couldn't understand.
Yeah, she's also like repeating it to you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It would just be things involving the fall of the city, something that we maybe missed.
Maybe. I mean, there's more heads in there if we need more questions after I have a bit of a rest. I need to study this book anyway.
Yeah.
In that
Does she even know that the city
then,
fell? Because everyone in there seemed
Probably
serene.
not. What would you say is the greatest landmark of this city besides the tower and the Mythala?
Black obelisk. And the blue mist gets sucked into the skull, and her eyes close, and the head rolls to its side.
Ken just immediately casts Firebolt on it because she's like, ugh, I hate using that magic.
The head just like takes a hit and like kind of rolls to the side a little bit, singed.
Ugh.
Black
As
obelisk.
As that happens, coming down the pipes, we have Arendelle, May, and Grimly.
Anything productive you found?
Well, it turns out that if you meditate up there for a little while, you can project an illusion of yourself over a vast distance.
Did you try projecting inside of the tower?
No, I didn't, but you can go up there and try. I went to Brinchander and spoke with the speaker.
I do recall letting you know that you had to have been in that location.
Right, yeah, you are right, sorry. Oh.
You could visit
Are we
your
going to the
home.
next tower?
Well, I also just discovered the location of the museum as well from this fine chap.
Right, that's why you wanted the head.
I'd say we head to the museum first, because if nothing else, it'll give us the names of at least some important figures and perhaps some clue as to where we can go.
Also, it seemed like that magical barrier wasn't there originally, like when she was alive. She said you could just walk in.
Interesting.
She was also a fairly low-level acolyte by the sounds of it. However, that means that that barrier was probably activated as a means of self-defense when everything sort of crashed.
As your last sentence finishes, you hear the sound of
Oh, those are footsteps.
in the distance. And you
Should
hear
we hide?
Hide?
I'll
Possibly.
push up against
That
the
would-
wall of one of these pillars.
Yeah.
you all push up against the wall here.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Indeed.
You cannot see what's coming then if you are behind the wall.
I would
And-
say I wouldn't. I definitely want to see what it is.
Okay, May, do you want
Is
to?
this
Fine,
is
then, I'll
that
send Asher.
dome is a down, correct? Like where
there's
we
like
are
there's
is
like a
lower
little
than.
yeah, there's just like a little drop into the dome. So
Okay.
it's like
Can
In
I
that case,
like
then I'll send Omen out and just look through his eyes as well.
hide a little bit, but still see over? Like use
so
that
yeah,
ledge to hide
you
some.
can attempt to roll a stealth check for me.
Ooh.
At disadvantage, that is still a 17.
All right. So at a 17. Yep. You see
Giant ice heart.
Is it another grimace?
Oh fuck.
so you'll see
Oh.
two giant undead what look to be like frost giants. Skeletons with
Oh,
frost
damn
giant
it.
armor.
Do they appear to be coming our way? Is that what it
One of them does not, while one of them does. And as you peek your head up to see what is coming, the one that is closest to you swings its bone head in your direction and lets out a and not only do you see these giant creatures, currently see a dragon with a snake. Get out of here. This is from like a long time ago. I forgot to kill these things. Not only do you see them, but when they yell out around you, you start to see some strange, like, liquid start to seep up out of the ground, and then it begins to form into snow.
Oh, shit.
And you are currently looking down the barrel of two very familiar creatures that you have seen before very early on in this campaign.
Oh, I know.
not
which
me.
ones they are.
Not
Oh,
Leodin,
God.
but
damn it.
Leodin would have definitely.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah,
have
Leodin definitely would have.
I don't have a mini
Yeah.
for this.
I'm on him.
But you see, we'll just do like these guys because they kind of look like snow. You see
Oh, shit.
two snow golems also pop up right next to you. And at this point, we'll go ahead and end today's session.
God damn it, Daniel. I knew you were going to say that.
Me
Snow
too.
golems are what almost killed Leodin the first time, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah.
That's when Abel was like disabled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disable.
Disable.
Yeah.
Magical weapons.
So
True.
you guys are gonna have to figure out how to get out of this situation, because it's pretty dire.
Yeah.
Run,
And
run,
that's
run,
where
run,
we're gonna
run.
call today's session. So if you are watching on YouTube, thank you very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and stop that stream, and we're gonna take us over to the RP. There we go. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you could hit that subscribe button, you can see our new episodes when they come out every Saturday, hopefully. And yeah, catch us next week. So thank you for being here. Keep being your best selves, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.